sports update with Trusted Trader. When it matters, get the job done marvellously well by a verified Trusted Trader professional.
Talk Sport.
Good afternoon, I'm Max Scott here with your sports headlines. Our colleague Martin O'Neill's taken interim charge at Celtic after Brendan Rodgers' bombshell resignation. And Simon Jordan reckons it could be exactly the thing that the club needs right now.
Well, I think that Martin's on a win-win situation here. He goes in there, it doesn't get any better. It's not his fault. It's someone else's team. If he goes in there and starts to win, then Martin's going to enjoy himself because football management at its best is a wonderful opportunity.
O'Neill was quick to stress he'll merely be keeping the seat warm while the club find a long-term successor when he spoke exclusively to talkSPORT.
If we can win some football matches and give us, just give us a bit of a buying time, as it were, until a new man is appointed.
talkSPORT now understands Celtic are seriously considering Ipswich boss Kieran McKenna as a candidate and that he has the backing from Martin O'Neill himself. More on the website at talksport.com. Now, Steve Borthwick's made a big call ahead of England's Autumn Nations clash with Australia on Saturday. George Ford starts ahead of Finn and Marcus Smith at fly half. And speaking after the squad announcement, Ford told talkSPORT the competition for that number 10 shirt has never caused any friction between the three of them.
And it's never me against Finn or me against Marcus, Finn against Matt. It never is that, and I know people like to build it up like it is. I suppose that's just natural. Our relationship between the three of us is brilliant.
There'll be 6 British and Irish Lions on the bench at Twickenham at the weekend, while Tommy Freeman moves from wing to centre. And a special day for Jimmy Anderson, England's all-time leading record Test wicket-taker, who's been knighted by Princess Anne at Windsor Castle. Sir Jimmy took 704 wickets in 188 Tests during his 22-year international career.
Talk Sport News.
The eye of the world's strongest storm of the year is expected to hit Jamaica within the next hour. And Downing Street is moving forward with plans to accommodate asylum seekers in military barracks instead of using hotels. More from the news team at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. Get a free vehicle safety check at all of our 600 centres nationwide to keep you safe on the road. QuickFit. Drive away happy every time.
Rain and cloud in Scotland and northern England, mostly dry with sunny spells elsewhere, with the odd patchy shower in the southernmost parts of England.
Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome to Drive Time on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein, and my third favourite Gabby in the world. Gabby Agbonlahor's here.
180. Who's number 1 and 2 then?
My daughter's called Gabby.
Really?
Yeah. And I've met Gabby Logan. She's lovely.
Really? What about the singer, Gabrielle?
That's Gabrielle, isn't it?
Yeah, but her name's Gabby as well.
All right, full favourite.
Okay.
If you think of any more Gabbies, let me know. Right, Jigo, we've got a show for you today. We really do. There's so much to talk about in the world of sport. Brendan Rodgers has left Celtic, but will he walk straight into a Premier League job? With Martin O'Neill taking over in Glasgow, we'll find out what it's like to play under him from Gabby. And it's looking like Premier League Boxing Day football is a thing of the past, well, for this year. So how are you feeling about the festive tradition? On top of that, we'll be trying to get Coach Gabby a job. This is real. As Sean Dyche and Martin O'Neill leave talkSPORT for Europa League football. Go on, Gabster. And we'll be joined by not 1, not 2, but 3 incredible boxers. Joshua Buatsi, Mitchell Smith in the studio, and of course the man that could be Usyk, Fabio Wardley, will also be joining us all live on today's show. All that plus, told you it's a big show, we'll build up to this evening's League Cup, and we'll discuss Jude Bellingham's El Clasico performance. All that and more. Don't know how we're going to do more on that on today's talkSPORT show. You can be a part of it. 03717 223344. Get involved is my advice. Big show.
Gabby Agbonlahor here. I'm busy thinking about Jack Grealish right now.
How are you, Gabster?
No comment. I'm very well, Andrew.
You look very well.
So do you, my
I love
friend.
working with you. It's a thing now that when Bent is off, it's your number 1 phone call.
Really?
I think it's in your contract, actually. There's nothing I can do about it. But no, it's always lovely to have you here.
Thank you, mate. Big day of sport as well to talk about.
Are you well, though? Life's good for you?
Very well, mate.
Did you go away recently? Did I imagine that, or did you go away?
No, I did not, mate. No. I've got no more holiday until January.
All right. Well, you maybe go away with a horror. He's going away every other week, isn't he? Going to Ibiza, hanging out with his mates.
Yeah, but they like him to go away. So
I see. They push it.
Dino can come on and,
What, Dean Gaffney?
Yeah.
Wayne Lineker. Katie Price.
All these A-list celebrity friends.
Well, it's lovely to have you on the show. We've got lots to talk about. What will be interested a bit later on is getting your view as to what life will be like under Mike Nolan. You played him Aston Villa, I'm guessing.
He was unbelievable. Unbelievable. And we'll obviously come to that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But he didn't really get into the coaching. But as a manager, top draw.
Okay. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the fact that it looks like this year there's only going to be one game on Boxing Day. Now,
I like that.
As an ex-footballer, who used to work on... We used to travel on Christmas Day and then play on Boxing Day, right?
That was the first game where you're playing Boxing Day. You won a home game.
Yeah.
So you can spend home with your family at home. But the players will be buzzing, mate.
Yeah.
But whoever's playing on Boxing Day...
Well, it looks like Spurs Palace.
Yes, they'll be like, cheers.
Yeah, but then it's 8... Again, this is not confirmed. It looks like 8 p.m. on Boxing Day night.
What's their Christmas dinner going to be?
Yeah, I think it's going to divide people. Divide people from, I like Boxing Day, spend it with my family, so it doesn't bother me, to... I just need to get away from my family. I'm devastated there's no football. I think that's the divide. So we'll talk about that.
Yes, looking forward to
it. So be sure. And boxing. We've got lots of boxing. I know you're a big fan of boxing.
Loved it
Mitchell
on Saturday.
Smith coming into the studio. I used to know Mitchell years and years and years ago. So Mitchell Smith coming into the studio, won the European title at the weekend.
Big story.
Can't wait
him
for
as
that.
well.
And we've got Fabio Wardley joining us as well.
How good was he?
He was amazing. He was amazing. Well, towards the end of the fight, it was amazing. I mean,
but
he lost quite a few of the early rounds, but it doesn't matter.
But look who he's fighting against, the experience of Joe Parker.
Yeah.
And at not any stage did he look really hurt, did he?
No.
During the fight.
No. It'd be great. And we've got Joshua Buatsi as well on. So it's a busy, busy show. Really is. If you like boxing, stay with us. If you love football, you better stay with us even more, because we're going to start with that, because Brendan Rodgers has officially left Celtic. So does he walk straight back into a Premier League job?
And it's finished in Tynecastle. Hearts 3, Celtic 1. A standing ovation for the men in maroon as they walk round the ground, applauding their fans. And they go 8 points clear over Celtic.
Brendan Rodgers is leaving Celtic.
I can't be any more motivated to turn it around, because it's okay when you're winning trophies and playing great football and everything else.
Brendan's conduct and communication in recent months not reflecting the trust that the Celtic board put in him when they got him back as manager. He also talks about Brendan's words and actions being divisive, misleading, self-serving, and generating what he calls a toxic atmosphere around the club.
Yeah, Brendan Rodgers resigned as Celtic manager last night. Martin O'Neill stepping in as interim gaffer. It leaves the club 8 points off Hearts at the top of the Scottish Premiership. An explosive statement from major shareholder Dermot Desmond last night accused Rodgers of dismissive, misleading and self-serving behaviour. And of course was alongside Jeff Stelly on the Breakfast Show this morning. He said that it's been obvious for a while that Rodgers wasn't happy at the club.
You could tell all in the garden wasn't rosy. That's the point I'm trying to make. You know, that you could tell right...
There was a lot of manure in that garden.
Yeah, you better believe it.
Yeah.
You better believe it. I mean, like, seriously, some ill feeling in the statement. There's no doubt about that, Jeff. But, you know, you could tell for weeks and weeks, as I mentioned, the body language, you could tell his interviews, the things he was saying. He was not a happy camper.
Were you as shocked as everyone else when you heard the news that Brendan Rodgers left Celtic?
Honestly, these headphones do me in.
I've got normal ones.
I'll sort it out. But I've been trying to. No, I'm okay. I've been trying to sort them out for about 5 minutes, and it got me all over the place.
You do struggle walking through that door.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you want them?
No, I'm okay, mate. Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you.
Yeah, were you surprised as everyone else?
I was shocked yesterday. I had an event last night. Come out of it and saw the news, and I thought he didn't look happy, did he? And I feel with recent transfer business, not getting the players in that he probably wanted, losing the likes of Kun, Kyogo, and not replacing them. Ida left, didn't he, to the end of the transfer window, didn't really replace him properly. And Hearts, I watched that game on the weekend. I thought they were quite comfortable second half, the better team. But I didn't like that statement at all. I feel like...
From the Civic Ferrari one?
Yeah. No, not from Brendan.
From the shareholders I mentioned.
Yeah, I didn't like that because Brendan Rodgers...
Dermot Desmond.
Still, you have to think about what he's done for the football club. 4 SPL titles over 2 spells, 3 Scottish Cup titles, 4 Scottish League Cup titles. Do you know what I mean? I feel like what he's done for that football club in 2 spells didn't really deserve that sort of statement. I'm sure. I can't wait for him to come back and have his say.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear it will be interesting to hear his say. It's also interesting to hear Dermot Desmond's view. I was always told that whenever 2 people split, either in a marriage or in a work relationship, there's always 3 sides to the story. Their side, your side, and the truth. And the truth is usually somewhere in the middle. But whichever way you look at it, there's obviously a huge breakdown in communication, which is a shame for Brendan and a shame for Celtic, right? Because you've just read off his roll of honour, if you like, and he obviously was doing a great job up there.
Yep.
But things just haven't worked out. Do you think he's left them in the lurch a little bit? I know Martin O'Neill's gone up to help them out until they work out. It's Ange Postecoglou, by the way.
Yes.
I'm stunned that he's even in contention for a job. But either way, he obviously did well the last time he was up there. But are you surprised he's left them in the lurch like this?
I think after the game on the weekend, he's probably looked at the way his team performed and they were poor. I mean, even don't want to dig him out, but Kieran Tierney at left back all over the place. Going forward, didn't look like they were going to score a goal second half. And maybe something's happened after the game, Andy. I mean, we don't know the ins and outs, do we? Maybe he spoke to one of the owners at the football club and they've had an argument after the game because of the poor performance, and going 8 points behind Hearts is probably a sackable offence, isn't it? If you think about it, for the level of how prolific Celtic have been in recent years.
They're still favourites for the title, by the way. They're odds-on favourites.
Can't be.
They are. I think
I
there's
don't believe
something
you.
they are. Don't quote me on this. I know for a fact they're odds-on favourite. Something like 5-4 on, and then Hearts are 6-4 against. Something like that. But they're odds-on favourites still, Celtic, for the title.
But I don't think that, like, Brendan just said, I want to quit. I don't want to work for Celtic anymore. He loves Celtic Football Club. I mean, it's been a big part of his life. 2 spells at the club. It's not been rosy behind the scenes, and maybe this was something that probably could have happened 2 months ago.
Let me ask you, what do you think this stint has done for his reputation as a manager? Could he walk straight into a job in the Premier League?
I think so.
I like Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah.
I think he'll do well. There are clubs like, you look at the Premier League now. I know he's just signed a 3-year deal, 40 days ago. But Wolves look in a world of trouble, and I just wonder if that would be a really good fit for someone like Brendan.
Yeah, don't forget his time at Swansea, Liverpool, winning the FA Cup for Leicester, winning the Community Shield after as well. So definitely Brendan Rodgers will get a Premier League job. And like you says, Wolves, if he doesn't pick up, I know Wolves are a big part of your life, with your father supporting them. But there'll be other clubs, mate. I mean, West Ham doesn't look like it's changing. You know,
Santo. Got a new man.
Yeah, but you never know, mate.
Okay, all right.
He's not the first team to sack a manager after 5-10 games, but definitely Brendan Rodgers will manage in the Premier League again for me, for sure.
What does it tell you about Scottish football? I know that... Listen, we know that Scottish football doesn't have any money, right?
No.
I totally understand that. It's nothing I can do about it. It's a terrible state for Scottish football, but that's just the way things are at the moment. They were linked heavily to Kieran McKenna. I just wonder if the lure of Scottish football compared to the lure of possibly getting back into the Premier League.
I don't think Kieran McKenna would want to go to Celtic at the moment. I feel the mess that they're in. What money have they got to spend in January? Yeah. Maybe not a lot. The squad isn't at the best with players that have left the football club. And also, maybe his goal is to get Ipswich back to the Premier League. Does he want to manage Manchester United one day? And also financially, I can imagine the wages that a club like Ipswich are paying him compared to what Celtic will probably pay him won't be the same amount.
If you're a club owner and you had 2 CVs on your desk and one said won the Premiership in Scotland and the other said won the Championship in England, what would be more impressive to you?
I think it depends how the manager won the Premiership in Scotland. For instance, Celtic have been so prolific, haven't they, year after year?
Yeah.
You start to look at that and be like, well, yeah, Celtic will win it next year. But if a club like Ipswich go and win the Championship from the position they're in now, then I'll say definitely what Ipswich have achieved, because the Championship's so tough.
So do you think it's harder to win the Championship than the Premiership if you're with a Celtic?
It depends, because some of the teams that do come down and haven't performed, look at Sheffield United, the squad of players they've had, come back to the Championship and haven't performed. Don't get me wrong, now with Hearts improving, it's not as easy to win the SPL. But before, mate, it was guaranteed Celtic or Rangers.
Yeah.
But with the Championship, look at Coventry this season. Look how well they're doing. Look at how well Millwall are doing this season. On their day in the Championship, anyone can beat anyone. So I'll probably say it's probably harder at the moment to win the Championship.
Okay. I think it was linked to Norwich as well, Brendan. I mean, it's just people talking about Norwich just struggling at the moment.
Yeah.
That'd be a good job for him?
I think he'll definitely probably want to take a little break.
Yeah.
I don't think he comes into something straight away. Be a lot of emotions. I'm sure he's got a lot to say, and I hope he can come and talk sport and have his say of what really happened, because you can't let that go. You know, when you're in football, Andy, if someone speaks how majority shareholder of Celtic has spoken about him, it's quite ruthless, mate. Managers get teams relegated and their owners don't speak about them like that. That seems to me a deeply personal statement. I'm sure Brendan, as we know Brendan, sort of man he is, will have a lot to say back and defend himself.
I like Brendan.
Yeah,
if he's
definitely.
listening, you don't just want to go on a talkSPORT, Brendan. You want
Breakfast show.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Drive time is where it's at.
Sorry, the biggest show.
I know
Sorry.
Brendan's a big fan of Drive, and he's welcome on at any time.
Yeah,
So when the
he always
moment
listens,
is up-
mate.
Pardon?
He always listens to Drive. Yeah.
Everyone does.
Down to you, mate.
Well, it's a family, but you are right. It's mostly me. We're taking your calls about the wonderful Brendan Rodgers. Does he walk straight back into a Premier League side? And Scottish fans of Celtic, or just football fans of Celtic, you can have your say as well. Lots to talk about. One to dial. Pick up the phone. You'll be next. 03717 223344. Jump to talkSPORT, me Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor, and Just Eat. Score yourself a stunning delivery straight to your door. Do you know who sing this? It's a great album, this, by the way. You know this?
No, who is it, mate?
Duran Duran, Planet Earth.
They're big getting laid, Duran Duran.
Yeah. Well done, Jack. Any reason why I'm playing this, Jack? No. Great tune. Still to come, we'll be joined by British light heavyweight Joshua Buatsi. We've also got Fabio Wardley and Mitchell Smith in the studio. How about that for a lineup? Just quickly, Man United and Newcastle are interested in Elliot Anderson. I bet they are. Forest want between 100 and 120 million pounds.
No.
For the midfielder.
Too much. 70.
He's a good player. I don't think anyone's worth 120 million nowadays, are they?
No.
Trent Alexander-Arnold looks likely to start for Real Madrid against Liverpool at Anfield next week. Danny Carvalho needs surgery on the knee. And Celtic interim manager Martin O'Neill spoke exclusively to Jim White earlier today. He said he was shocked to get the call, but couldn't say no.
I took a gasp of breath and thought, is this real or surreal? And so it's difficult really to turn down somebody who gave you the job in the first place. You know, when he had really some great options away back 25 years ago. So from that viewpoint, maybe by the time that I pulled myself off the floor, I probably thought then maybe I should do it.
We'll go to the phone lines in a moment. Still got time to call up, by the way, gang. 03717 223334. Gabby, you, of course, played under Martin O'Neill at Aston Villa. What sort of character is he as a manager?
No nonsense, first of all. Always had a thing for fullbacks. You know, if like the fullback never stopped the cross, like he's on ya.
Yeah.
You know, like little details like that. Stop the cross at half time. You haven't stopped the cross. Screaming at the fullbacks. Stop the cross. Stop. One job. Stop the cross. But he had that sort of. He wasn't the coach. Didn't really get involved in training. He had John Robertson at the time and Steve Walford who took training. I'm sure Sean Maloney will be doing training. Mm. But as a man manager, he's the best that I played under.
Wow!
Like he just got it.
Just got the best out of you.
Yeah, and I was lucky myself. Ashley Young, James Milner, we were like his favourites in a way of like, say I hadn't scored in 3-4 games, he was like, you know what? I know you're going to come good, so I'm not going to take you out of the team. I'm going to keep you. I'm going to trust you, and eventually I'd come on with the goals. Of course, you know me, Andy, clinical on my day,
always.
But just his whole aura. You know, you respected him as a manager, what he had done at Leicester and at Celtic before he come to Aston Villa. And he's just no nonsense, high energy on the sideline. Do you know what I mean? Even, I think he's 72, 73 now. He will have high energy.
73.
73. He'll have high energy on that sideline. And he was willing to fight anyone, fight any manager. Doesn't matter if it's Mourinho. Doesn't matter what manager he was. Mm. He had that like high energy that he wanted to succeed, and
he sounds like the perfect person to steady the ship there.
Oh, of course, yeah. Lift morale, the career he had there as a manager. I think 3 league titles, got to UEFA Cup final, and they lost in the UEFA Cup final as well. And fans will be fond of him. He's been back a lot since he left Celtic, you know, doing different events and doing different charity jobs there for the club as well. But like you said, steady the ship, and maybe November international break is a time where new manager comes in. But as well, you'll probably say to the players, listen, you're good players. He'll keep it simple as well. He's not going to be saying low block, high press. Do you know what I mean? All these fancy terms. He won't use them.
If they go on a run, right, could he stay to the end of the season?
I think so, if it's working.
Yeah.
As much as he said he doesn't want it for him long term, he's all right saying that. Once you get through the door and
you got
like,
ego. You got egos, yeah.
I left this club 20 years ago, and now I'm back, and I'm doing well. I'm enjoying it. I've got the right coaching staff in, but it'll give the players confidence. You'll say, James Forrest, Callum McGregor, Kieran Tierney, come on, this is your football club. How can we ever let Hearts go and win the SPL with the quality players that we've still got? We've lost big players, of course, but Engels, get the best out of him as well. They've got some really good players, haven't we?
Let's speak to some really good callers. Reese is a Celtic fan. Hi, Reese. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Reese.
Reese, are you there? Rocco. Rocco, anyone?
How you doing?
Oh, yeah, who's that?
That's Rocco.
Rocco, how are you?
I'm not bad, how are you?
Good, man. Thanks for coming on. You're a Celtic fan, right?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Firstly, what did you make of the sacking of Brendan? Were you stunned?
I was pretty shocked, but At the same time, you could see it coming. You could tell over the last few weeks that Rodgers has been fuming the way that he's been treated. I think it's quite a record for Rodgers. His third season at most clubs, he doesn't get the back-in.
Yeah.
Because he does get a back-in for the first two, and his spending isn't exactly great. Like, for example, he brings in Arne Engels for a record fee for Celtic, and the guy hardly gets a sniff. Apart from that, you can't really complain with Rodgers. The whole time he's been at Celtic, he's done nothing but win titles, win trophies. Last season, we were unlucky not to get through in the Champions League. The last minute we conceded against Bayern Munich away. The board forced people out. The lack of money, I think it's going to be hard for any manager to come in at this point and develop this team.
I agree.
So you say the board force managers out. Are you saying that the fan base will be more likely to feel sorry for Brendan the way it's ended and maybe still have some envy for the board?
Definitely. There's been, if you've watched any of the games or seen any of the things, of the protests for the fans against the board now, there's pretty much everybody's sort of given negative reviews on everything the board have done for the past year, whereas Rodgers doesn't get any sort of criticism at all because everybody knows how good a manager he is, and you look at his history at Celtic and there's very little things you can complain about.
Rocco, let me ask you, we have a different opinion down south, I think, as to how you do north of the border with regards to Ange Postecoglou. He's heavily linked to return to your club. How would you feel if he came back?
That would be depending on a couple of things. I'd be extremely happy with it if he got the back in and he could sign the players that he signed first time round, because for me, in my lifetime watching Celtic, that's the most entertaining team I've ever watched. And yes, it was difficult to watch to start with the lack of performances the first few games that he was in, but after that it was exciting and he was winning games comfortably and he was signing players, bringing a new sort of era to Celtic with the type of players that were coming in. Like, he brought a lot of Japanese players over, and even after he left, that continued for a while. That's now starting to fade away a bit. I'd be happy enough with it if he got the money to do so. But with the team he's got there now, I don't think it would work.
No.
And it depends how much time they're willing to give up.
Okay, thanks for that. It seems to be, thanks for your call. Seems to be the common denominator there. Whoever comes in, they need money, they need backing.
But Celtic aren't going to do that.
No.
If they didn't give Brendan Rodgers money to spend before a playoff to get into the Champions League, they're not going to go and give a manager in January money, are they?
We've got loads coming up on our show today. A bit later on, Mitchell Smith, who won the European title at the weekend, he'll be in our studio. We've also got Fabio Wardley joining us on today's show, but when we come back, we'll be joined by British light heavyweight Joshua Buatsi. Joshua Buatsi fights this weekend live on talkSPORT. He'll be joining us in just a moment. First up, it's time for No Googling Part 1. We want to know which player has scored the most goals whilst playing under Brendan Rodgers. Which player has scored the most goals whilst playing under Brendan Rodgers? The answer to that, and football and boxing and everything else coming up live on talkSPORT after this.
Let's be honest, we've all found ourselves raging at a referee's decision at some stage. Something like this?
That is an absolutely shocking decision.
They've got a case in that it was a bad decision. It's such a poor decision.
Yeah, I think he's just made a bad decision in that instance.
But what does it take to get to the very top level of football refereeing? You can apply to become a referee through your local county FA from as soon as your 14th birthday. After spending several hours either in the classroom or on the pitch, they'll grant you Level 7 status, which allows you to officiate amateur games. Then you'll work your way through the ranks of amateur football, not reaching the National League until Level 2. It's a long process, bearing in mind every level from 7 upwards takes an average of a year. Also, there's no specific number of games you have to ref or hours you have to log before moving on up. You simply just have to be good enough. Once you're Level 2 and have enough experience at a National League level, you can apply to the EFL to become a Level 1 referee. Then it's on you to get enough experience to climb through the ranks and eventually become a Premier League referee. In total, there are 37,000 registered referees across England, but the PGMOL has only deemed 21 good enough to officiate games in the top flight. So if you want to make it to the top, there's less than a 1 in 1,000 chance of doing it, and it'll take you a decade to get there.
talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor alongside boxing chat in just a moment. First, the answer to the question: which player has scored the most goals whilst playing under Brendan Rodgers? My clue I was going to give you was the fella that invented the C5, but you're probably not old enough to remember the C5.
No, what is the C5?
It was a little. I was going to say a car, but like a plastic go-karty car thing. This fella launched, thinking that everyone's going to. You sit in it; it's really low, and it's got like a battery in it, but you've got like a. You pedal it like a bike. And he thought he was going to take over the world, I think.
So it's a bike.
What? It's sort of, yeah. Anyway, the answer is Scott Sinclair. His name was Sir Clive Sinclair, but it's Scott Sinclair's the answer. 95 goals in 238 appearances. Swansea and, of course, Celtic.
Yes.
Still to come, we'll be discussing the lack of Boxing Day fixtures this year. But now, talkSPORT brings you another massive night of boxing this Saturday.
It's the first one after a loss to Smith.
Buatsi! He stunned Callum Smith! Can you believe it?
I think it was turning a new leaf and it's who you're going to go with.
Really good work here from Buatsi. Oh, it's brave from Joseph, but he walks into one there.
Been waiting for a big fight. You don't get much bigger than this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Parker looking for the finish. Big punches going in. Nothing coming back. Parker looking to finish this fight here.
A lot on the line. Whoever wins probably goes for a world title.
For me, it's important to prove that actually I can bounce back from a loss. I will show myself on November the 1st.
Love boxing, can't wait for this one. Not long to wait, actually. This Saturday, talkSPORT brings you more live boxing as Joshua Buatsi faces Zach Parker for the WBO International Light Heavyweight title at the Co-op Arena in Manchester. Our expert boxing team will, of course, keep you right across a busy fight week. Don't forget, you can watch the watch along with us on the night on the talkSPORT Boxing YouTube channel. We can speak to the man himself. I think he's ready to go. Let's say hello and good afternoon to British light heavyweight Joshua Buatsi. Josh, hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Josh.
Well, I saw him. He's in a car. It's always a bit when someone takes a live call and they're in a moving vehicle. Oh, Josh, can you hear me? I'm not hearing you correctly. I think you're saying it. By the way,
signal in this country, by the way.
Hold on. What kind of car was that? I mean,
nice one, wasn't it?
It's like something from the future, isn't it? I've never seen it. I've never seen the inside of a car like that. Can we try and get him on the telephone rather than maybe Joshua Buatsi fights this weekend? What's interesting? He will come on in just a moment. What's interesting? Last time around, he lost. He lost against Callum Smith, and I think it's always such a different fight for any boxer going back into the ring after that defeat. Because one defeat, you sort of go, okay, one defeat, I can move on.
Oh, of course.
Can't have two defeats on the bounce, can you?
No, and there's so many big fights out there. That's all I want to ask him as well. There's a big fight on the cards. If he gets past his fight on the weekend, Anthony Yard is one that everyone spoke about. It's not happened. You know, sometimes we talk about Cal Brook, Amir Khan and Joshua Fury. This is one where fans want to see it in the future sometime. So I'm sure we want to get back to winning ways, and would have been disappointed with the loss against Callum Smith. But definitely a top fighter.
Okay. Well, while we're waiting to get him back, let's carry on our conversation with all things Brendan Rodgers and Celtic. Deal is a Celtic fan, joins us now. Hello, Deal.
Hello, Deal.
Hi, how you doing?
You all right, mate?
I'm good, man. Are you all right?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Yeah, how are you?
Oh, so, hold on. You're not in Joshua Buatsi's car. We can't hear
you. Can you hear me now?
Yes, mate.
Yeah. What would you like to say, my friend?
Yeah, okay. Look, I think you got it spot on. There is three parts to this: the truth, Brendan's side, and Dermot's side. I think Brendan was probably right to walk away. He wasn't given the promises that he was given. You know, when he first came back to the second spell in 2023, he was promised a war chest to be able to compete in Europe. We went toe-to-toe with Bayern Munich last year, and since then the board have dismantled the team just to stockpile cash. If I was Brendan, I would have walked away as soon as the transfer window closed when he wasn't given what he was asking for, and that was a bit of quality in the squad. But the other side to it is, go on, sorry, Gabby.
No, I was going to ask you, because last season I was so impressed with Celtic, the games they played in the Champions League, you know, getting through that first stage of it as well, getting to the playoff. How frustrating for a Celtic fan, let alone Brendan Rodgers, that the likes of Kun went, and obviously before that Kyogo, and then you don't replace them, and then you fail to qualify for the Champions League. It's like you're going backwards when after such a top season, you should be investing to go forward.
That's the worst part, is not replacing. Look, we're accustomed to the Celtic fans now that it's a stepping stone for some of these players to come in, win some medals, show them medal, and then move on to bigger and better clubs. But to not replace them, there's no excuses for that. You know, the statement from Dermot today says all of the money we make will go back into the squad. It's just not the truth. We must be sitting on £100 million there, and that might be me doing my sofa accountancy, but it just seems to be the way they're stockpiling cash for some reason.
Dear, what a good call. We'll take more calls from Celtic fans throughout today's show. Fingers crossed, I'm led to believe Joshua Buatsi can hear us now. We can hear him more importantly. Josh, you there?
Yeah, no, I can hear you. See, sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. Can I just ask, before we chat all things boxing, what car are you in? It looks like you're in the future. What is that?
I'm in a Tesla at the moment.
Okay. Is it a self-driving one?
No. I'm in the back being driven.
Okay. So effectively, it is a self-driving one. Listen, thanks so much for coming on our show. We love boxing. We're blessed with three big names. You're one of them, of course, on today's show. So I'm always excited to talk about boxing. You must be very excited about the weekend's fight coming up. And I was saying, just before we lost you, actually, I was saying to Gabby that it's a big fight for so many reasons for you, but I think more so because there's an added pressure, the fact that this is your first fight after that defeat last time out to Callum Smith. Do you feel that it's a little bit more important, if that's even a thing in your world?
Yeah, I think with every fight, we almost feel that the next fight is the biggest one that you're going to have and is the most important one. So I think this slots in perfectly that it's a big fight. I know what's at stake. And I tell you, the pressure that I put on myself and my team puts on me, that's more than what the media and the outlets put on me, you know? So, and it's a big fight. There's no other way to describe it, and there's a lot at stake.
Josh, what do you expect of your opponent, Parker? Because he's only lost once. won his last 4 fights. What sort of fighter is he?
I mean, he's a good fighter. I mean, if he were, we wouldn't be fighting each other. I'm sure he'll have his own plans and his own ambitions. That always makes someone dangerous, you know. So we've prepared hard and we're looking forward to it.
Do you plan out? Do you map your future? I know it's such a cliche of one fight at a time, but your name and Anthony Yard's name has been mentioned in the same sentence so many times. I know he's fighting in November. Is that a fight you think, if you win at the weekend, he wins in November? Is that a fight you think could happen sooner rather than later?
It could be a straightforward fight now. We've both got the same promoters, whereas before we didn't, so it's quite hard to make. But now that we have the same promoter, you think that, you know, November goes well for the pair of us or whatever, they'll say, "Oh, look, you should fight next." And it's one that we're not shying away from. But as we said, November the 1st this weekend is the most important thing to get out of the way.
I want to ask you about fighting in Ghana, because I know you were born in Ghana. I've seen a few of the fighters that have just been out in Nigeria, and there's going to be a card out there coming very soon. Yeah. Is that something, before you retire, you'd look at doing and you'd really enjoy?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Going to fights in Ghana to see the locals and the guys that I know fight, it's an amazing thing. And definitely it's something that I've said from the beginning that I'd love to fight in Ghana before all of this finishes off. And most importantly, I'm happy that that part of the world is getting the traction that it is for the boxing. And I tell you, there's a lot of talents, a lot of hidden talents that they just need the opportunity to be seen. So I hope out of all of this, that comes out of it.
Yeah, that explosion in Ghana for boxing, we've seen it, of course, in the Far East, and we know how big it is in America, in this country. Would you say boxing's in the best place it's ever been in? Because it seems that every weekend or every other weekend there's a super fight on.
It is, and we also have to not ignore what the Saudis are doing. They're making the best fights possible. Fighters that we thought would never fight each other are fighting each other now. So from my generation and where I've seen boxing, it's at a good place.
Where are you? Talk to good places. Where are you at the moment? So we are Tuesday, you fight at the weekend. I'm guessing you're done with sparring now?
Done with sparring, just heading to the gym now to just loosen out.
Yeah.
We're less than, 5 days away? So everything's been done now.
Can I ask, Josh, when I speak to many a footballer, Gabby's alongside me, they will tell me that 9 times out of 10, when they took to the field at any stage of the season, they were always carrying some kind of knock or injury. Is it the same for boxers? Do you climb into the ring at the weekend completely free of any injury?
Most importantly, we climb in the ring ready to fight and to win. So whatever you got going on, that's great. But once you're in that ring, it's 100% and it's go time. And I've always heard of a quote along those lines. So my mind's always like, okay, whatever's going on outside the ring is great, but once you get in the ring, it's time to go, and that's what that matters.
Josh, how proud were you of Fabio Wardley on the weekend? Because a lot of people favoured Josie Parker to win the fight. But it just shows, doesn't it, when you put your heart and soul and the will to win, anything can happen in boxing. And I feel that how many big fights are out there for Fabio Wardley's next fight to be maybe Usyk shows how far he's come.
Yeah, no, it's a credit to both of them. They both put themselves on the line. And Wardley, you know, we know his story. Start with white collar boxing and look at the level that he's competing at now. It's crazy. It's an amazing story and just shows us that you can make something, you can become something, you know. But still not to take credit from Parker, man. He didn't have to risk what he risked, but he still went ahead with it.
Well, listen, Josh, before we let you go, just a reminder, your fight is live on talkSPORT this weekend. How do you see it going? Obviously, you're going to win. How are you going to do it?
It goes my way, and we'll remind people why, you know, all the talk and the hype and the interest has been. So it's time to regenerate it again.
Okay.
Lovely,
listen,
mate.
Josh, thanks so much for joining us.
Good luck, pal.
Yeah, good luck at the weekend. We'll speak to you in a bit.
Thank you. Cheers, bye-bye.
Thanks, man. There you go, the wonderful Josh Buatsi. We've met him a few times, lovely lad.
Yeah.
Boxing at the moment. If you're a boxer and you're either knocking on the door like Fabio Wardley, or you're walking down the hallway where the door's at the other end like Josh Buatsi, if you get 3 or 4 big fights, you're done for life. It's the state of boxing at the moment is what a great place.
And you don't want to miss fights. So the weekend, you had the UFC on.
Yeah.
You had the Brentford-Liverpool game on.
Yep.
I ran out of
Sunday night, I know you're not a snooker fan, but Sunday, Jack Lesowski won his first ever ranking event in the world of snooker, so that was big. The sport over the weekend was
of course. But I've got my laptop on. I've got the Brentford-Liverpool game. I've got the boxing on, the UFC as well.
And Liverpool losing was great, right?
No.
Well, you want them to win, do you?
I like Liverpool, mate.
Do you? Why? What's your affiliation?
I just like them. My dad's a Liverpool fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, John Barnes, that era. So Liverpool, very good team. But
are you good mates with Kloppy?
Yeah, Jurgen. Yeah, he loves me, mate. Remember when you phoned in?
Oh yeah, of course he slagged.
Gabby.
Oh, yeah, of course. Sorry. Yeah.
Gabby, what's his surname? He knew my surname.
Have you spoke to him since then?
No, but ever since he piped up, he struggled, didn't he?
Are you the reason for
saying,
that? Did you see in an interview recently? They said, "Would you one day go back?" And he's like, "Well, I said I would never manage another club, but maybe Liverpool."
I don't see him going back to Liverpool.
Do you not?
Nah.
Why not?
Because he even come out.
Slot might be off in a couple of
but
weeks.
in that same interview, he said he's enjoying not being in the rain. He's enjoying not.
All these managers, like all footballers, like all people like us, we love. You can't beat what we do. Yeah, you can't beat being in the spotlight. We love it, right?
Do we?
Yeah, of course we do.
You love it.
I do love it. It annoys me when Joe says you've got to go to a break because I could talk for the next 3 hours, which I'm going to be doing. You can do as well. If you want to be part of today's show, pick up the phone and get involved. 03717 223344. If you want to talk about no football, virtually no football on Boxing Day, phone up now and we'll take your calls in a moment. Driver TalkSport, me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor alongside, and Just Eat. Feed your squad in time for kick-off. I like that. Still to come, we'll be trying to get Gabby a job as a Premier League manager. Just quickly, it's our biggest competition yet. We're giving you the chance to play to win up to £100,000. It's TalkSport's biggest cash prize ever. And if you're the lucky winner, the excitement doesn't stop there. Oh, no, sirree. You'll be coming to TalkSport's house on Thursday, the 13th of November, to play for that life-changing cash prize. Here's all you need to know.
18 plus UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word cash to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission, or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by the 6th of November at 4 p.m. This is a TalkSport Limited promotion run on TalkSport, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
100 grand, imagine that. You used to get that a week. Yeah, a week.
I wish.
Time now for this.
The electrifying debate on TalkSport with the Vauxhall electric van range, energising a better Britain. Search Vauxhall Vans to find out more.
Yeah, time now for our feature with Vauxhall. Each week we're celebrating the next generation of sporting talent, and today Gabby and I will debate who's got the potential to go all the way. We're actually going to turn our attention now to La Liga, because Jude Bellingham scored the winner in the 43rd minute of Sunday's El Clasico, which saw Madrid extend their lead at the top of the table to 5 points. And Bellingham also set up Kylian Mbappe for the opening goal of the game. Now, Bellingham, of course, hasn't been in the last couple of England squads, but when you see him performing like this, Thomas Tuchel has got to get him into not just the squad, but the starting 11, right?
I think he starts at the World Cup in number 10 position. Listen, he was out with a long-term injury, shoulder injury, had surgery on it. That was his first 90 minutes on the weekend. I watched the game, El Clasico, another game that I watched, and he was best player on the pitch.
Where'd you watch it? What channel's on?
Premier Sports.
Okay.
Yeah. You trying to test me? I had to subscribe to it. Devastated.
How much is that?
Like £16 a month.
Tax back, though, yeah?
Yeah, I might have to get that back somehow. But he was fantastic, honestly, Andy. The setup for Mbappe, I think it was Mbappe's first goal. Lovely little turn, through ball in behind into Mbappe, finishes this, got his goal, it was a tap-in, but his whole game, he was everywhere, he was determined, and he's got that aura about him. Even when he scored his goal, he walks off and celebrates, and that's what we love about players. And you see some people in the media and they're like, oh, his attitude, you can't have him around the squad, they're all best friends now and he's going to disturb that harmony. No, he's not.
I know what you're saying, right, but you must have, I'm not saying he does that, by the way.
Yeah.
But I do hear that, not just with him, with other players. You must have been in a dressing room where one or two players don't get on with the rest of the squad.
Oh, of course.
Right. Now, how disruptive is that to the team?
Yeah, but we're reading into it. Has anyone come out and says, this player...
Let's just say it's not him.
Okay.
But I hear it about certain players, right?
Yes.
I'm just curious.
Players cannot get on and still play together in a team.
Well, when you cross that white line, that's irrelevant.
Of course, it's irrelevant. Okay. There'll be players in every team that probably don't get on. They've had arguments and they've been smashing each other in training and not getting on. But still, when you go over that white line, you play as a team. But what I don't like is that we've got a superstar here, 22 years of age, and he's already played 44 games for his country, 6 goals, 41 games in the Championship, 92 games in the Bundesliga, and 65 games in La Liga. Scored 29 goals in those La Liga games and 16 assists. And he's at the biggest club in the world, the biggest game in the world on the weekend, the El Clasico. And we've still got people saying, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm hearing reports now about, his dad. What? What's his dad got to do with Jude Bellingham going out and playing on a football pitch? It's absolute nonsense.
Do you think there is any kind of problem between him and Thomas Tuchel?
I don't think there's anything at all. Like I said about 3 weeks ago, it wouldn't surprise me if Thomas Tuchel's on the phone to Jude Bellingham and they're having a right giggle about what some people in the media are saying. Jude, apparently we don't get on. Like, laughing about it. What are you talking about? He's probably said to Jude Bellingham, you've had this injury, the squad's doing well, get back, you've got some big games, you've got Juventus in the Champions League, you've got the El Clasico, go and get some 90 minutes under your belt, and if you do, you'll be back in the squad for the next international break.
I would say Harry Kane's probably England's first name on the team sheet.
Yes.
Jude Bellingham, where is he on that list? Second?
I wouldn't say second, I would say, is Pickford up there with one of the first names on the team sheet?
Yeah.
Saka?
Well, okay.
Yeah, because there is options in Jude Bellingham's position. I'm not saying he should be guaranteed to start, but I just feel if he's playing for the biggest club in the world and he's performing, he's scoring, he's getting man of the match performances, how dare we say that he shouldn't be involved?
Let me ask you, because we've got quite a few players that can play that number 10.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of Cole Palmer. I think he's fantastic. In theory,
Foden, Rodgers,
Jack Grealish can play that role as well, right?
Yep.
Would you say that Declan Rice is more important for England than Bellingham? I.e., if Bellingham's missing, we can replace him.
Oh, of course.
But if Declan isn't...
100%. What Declan Rice can offer. Look what he's doing this season with set pieces. Delivery's perfect. He can play as an 8, getting forward and creating and scoring goals, or he can play as a 6. Say, if we're struggling in that position of a 6, if Henderson or Anderson are injured and he has to go back into that position, you can do it comfortably and you feel secure. But I just feel the attributes that Jude Bellingham has got, let's not say, oh, it's the attitude and he throws his arms up. I'm sure Thomas Tuchel can try and stop that a little bit in him. But who are we to say one of Real Madrid's best players doesn't make the England squad? Is absolutely wild.
He has to be there, and he'll be one of England's first names on the team.
And all the people out there have an agenda, and we know you are probably listening.
Oh, okay.
But Jude Bellingham is a top player, and let's get behind our superstars, not put them down.
Good answer. That was all thanks to our friends at Vauxhall Vans. Explore the full range now.
The electrifying debate on talkSPORT with the Vauxhall electric van range, energising a better Britain. Search Vauxhall Vans to find out more.
Now, tradition states that we always have football on Boxing Day. Well, it looks like that tradition is going to change because Boxing Day is on a Friday and they want to move all the games to the Saturday, but leave just one. And it could be an 8 p.m. kickoff on Boxing Day night, and it could be Spurs v Palace. But either way, it looks like only one game. What do you make of that? It's a simple question. Are you pleased there's no football on Boxing Day, if that's the case? Or is it the worst thing in the world? Boxing Day chat when we come back. 03717223344. I know loads of you want to have your say on that. Boxing Day football, it looks like it may be a thing of the past, good or bad. 03717223344. And dial that, you can have your say next. Live and Drive on talkSPORT after this.
Divisive, misleading and self-serving. That's what Celtic majority shareholder Dermot Desmond has accused Brendan Rodgers of being. And Simon Jordan says those words are truer than a true thing.
Brendan had come out talking about Honda Civics and that sort of nonsense. That, you know, if I was in Dermot's shoes, I would have given him a smack, metaphorically. And here's the smack.
As he was on his way up to Glasgow, Martin O'Neill, who's taken interim charge at his old club, exclusively told talkSPORT the type of manager Celtic are looking for long term.
This is a short term until a permanent manager is appointed, and I think that Celtic will be searching around, as I said to you, for that young manager with proven ability.
We understand O'Neill has backed Kieran McKenna, with the club considering him as a potential replacement for Rodgers. Read more on that on the website at talksport.com. Meanwhile, Chelsea's Liam Delap could return from injury tomorrow in the EFL Cup. Enzo Maresca is managing his return from his hamstring injury carefully, though.
90 minutes, no. It's, I think, 2 months now that he's out. So he needs gradually, back to 100%.
Chelsea go to Wolves in the Carabao Cup live on the talkSPORT app tomorrow. Now, what does Man United legend Steve Bruce make of the situation at his former club? He's told us he really approved of Sir Jim Ratcliffe giving Ruben Amorim his backing even when the chips were down.
Sometimes you don't get 3 weeks, never mind 3 years, and so it was quite refreshing for him to hear. They've obviously backed him of what he wants to do because, as I said, he's made some big calls, and it looks, at the moment anyway, that things are on track a little bit, which is great to see because we all want Man U firing again.
England's record Test wicket-taker Jimmy Anderson has been knighted at Windsor Castle. The 43-year-old's been recognised for his services to cricket. Sir Jimmy received the honour from Princess Anne. And some bold calls from Steve Borthwick in his team selection to face Australia in the Autumn Series on Saturday. George Ford is picked at fly-half ahead of Finn and Marcus Smith. Tommy Freeman moves from wing to outside centre. And 6 British and Irish Lion stars start on the bench. Stay tuned into talkSPORT on your smart TV for all your latest.
Well, back to hour number 2, Drive Time on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein, and alongside me is Gabby Agbonlahor. Oh, you went early there, Jack, didn't you? You went early. Press it again, Jack.
Shut up and get on with it.
All right, fine.
Love that, Jackie boy.
Aston Villa's former all-time goal scorer.
Second.
I'll take that. Second. Still to come. We'll be interviewing Gabby for a Premier League manager's job. Good luck with that. But first, with just one Boxing Day fixture this year, is the Premier League for the British football fan anymore?
You gorged out yesterday on food. Well, it's a day to gorge out on football today. How good is Boxing Day on the talkSPORT network? Absolutely incredible.
It's Boxing Day football just as we like it on talkSPORT.
But it is our understanding at talkSPORT that in a break from tradition, there will only be one Premier League game played on Boxing Day.
Ultimately, shouldn't we be looking after the fans here in this country?
They've been straining at the leash to change a lot of things that we would suggest are staples.
This is what we do in England. We play on Boxing Day. This is what families get around and watch, and families come to stadiums to watch.
Jingle all the way. Something like 8 Fridays left till Christmas. Maybe 7 Fridays. Can you Google it, Joe? How many Fridays left to Christmas?
I'm going to put my tree up next week. Start of November.
At what?
Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah.
Start of November, always.
When is it meant to be? It's meant to be the 1st of December, right?
Is it?
I think
Isn't
so.
it 2 weeks before?
Is it really? Is that all it is?
I think so, yeah.
I love Christmas.
It's got to get a tree up, mate. It brings a bit of joy to the house.
How many trees you got in your house?
2.
You're such a lie. You got more because you smirk.
I'm not.
I can read you like a book.
I was going to say 1, but
I'm not a very good book.
2 little trees.
Yes, a lie.
It's because I've got that many kids. I need 2 trees to get all the presents.
Who puts your tree up?
The missus.
Honestly,
I don't put it up. No.
Oh, okay.
I don't get involved in all that.
When you were a footballer,
Yeah.
Did you pay for someone to come around and put all your decorations up?
Never.
I once spoke to Jermaine Defoe years ago on the show, and he said that he, along with so many other footballers, employ a company to come over and do all your decorations.
You know what, mate? A few years ago, I got hold of this company. I won't say the name. And I thought it'd be nice to get the outside of the house all decorated. You know what you see on the
like Home Alone or something.
Yeah, and the inside decorations. And I'm thinking, yeah, it might be like a few hundred.
What?
You know, like a one-off, mate. Mate, they come back with a quote.
Can I guess?
Guess.
For outside the house, all light bulbs like Griswolds.
Yeah, and indoors, like bit of a winter wonderland.
Have you got a bit like a normally big house for a footballer?
No.
What have you got? How many bedrooms?
Temped. 6.
Okay.
Well, it's not a big house.
Yeah, no, it's going to be tiny with 6. I would say 10 grand.
£13,000, mate.
So I'm close.
And I didn't even reply, mate. I didn't even say not for me. I was like, I was expecting like, you know what I mean, a few light bulbs
If you were still playing, that's nothing.
No, I would never have done that. Never, ever. Mate, I promise you, never. I was thinking a few £100, and I was like, what for?
Nothing's a few £100.
Yeah, but what's 13,000?
It's going to look unbelievable.
Yeah, but come on, mate.
Yeah, it's going to look like Christmas grotto, right?
No, mate. Just take I was forced to say, you know what? Just take the kids to like the Christmas markets. A lot cheaper.
What? So it would have been one or the other. They can either start home and admire the light bulbs.
Yeah, look at the light bulbs.
We're not going anywhere, but
Oh.
have a look at the downstairs toilet. Right, so there is set to be just one Premier League game played on Boxing Day this year. It is, of course, traditionally packed with football, with games on TV to watch throughout the day. But talkSPORT's chief football correspondent, Alex Cook, joined us on Drive yesterday and explained why that won't be the case this season.
Yeah, nothing official yet from the Premier League, but it is our understanding at talkSPORT that in a break from tradition, there will only be one Premier League game played on Boxing Day. Boxing Day falls on a Friday this year. The bulk of fixtures will be on the Saturday and Sunday. One of the main reasons for that, actually, is that under the new broadcast deal, there have to be 33 weekends in the Premier League where games are available on television. If they didn't play games on Saturday and Sunday this year, then they would struggle to hit that number. It does mean there'll be the lowest number of fixtures in the top flight and Football League on Boxing Day since World War II.
What do you make of this news yesterday, Gab?
I mean, I've been used to since I've retired, obviously, watching football. I love watching football, and Boxing Day is no different. From a player's point of view, they'll absolutely be buzzing. Christmas Day off.
Yep.
Come and do a little bit on Boxing Day, play the day afterwards, or the day after that on a Sunday. But I get it from the fan at home. Christmas Day is your family. The next day, you get to go and watch a game at a stadium or on the TV. But I look at it from a different point of view of, about waking up on Boxing Day and you go again as your second Christmas Day. You're back, going to another family member's house, maybe having some food, having some drinks and playing games. Why not have like 2 Christmas days in a row and then you watch the football day afterwards?
It's tough, though. It's a real tough dilemma, right?
My missus will be buzzing.
You're cool.
I'll tell you that now.
I think a lot of people, men and women that don't like football, will be over the moon, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I love Christmas. I think Christmas Eve is one of the best days of the year, right?
100%.
There's a lot of pressure on Christmas Day to get everything right. And also, let's be honest about it. You can choose your friends, you can't choose your family. A lot of people don't get on with all of their family. Right?
I think that's everyone.
I think that's fair, right? The majority of people, they love seeing the family, but there will be someone who go, oh, I can't believe
stand that
uncle
person.
whatever's coming over, auntie whatever, right? Or cousin, right?
There's always that one annoying person, isn't there?
Yeah, and by the way, if you don't know who it is, it's you. Okay? But here's the thing. So on Boxing Day, I like the fact, personally, that there is a moment where I have a reason to go into another room, into the kitchen, or into the lounge or whatever, if it's my house or someone else's. I'm gonna go and watch the football results come. I'm gonna go and watch the game. I'm gonna go. All right, go. Granddad's asleep on the couch. Your nan's whatever doing over there. Your sister, your brother, and you've got an hour and a half. You've got 2 hours off to go. I think that's quite important.
Oh, of course,
for football fans to have that little break, because when you're with family for a long, long time, it's quite difficult.
Yes, but I think there'll be other people that will say, you know what? Oh, finally, there's a Christmas Day and a Boxing Day where there's no football of my Premier League team. There'll be obviously Championship and there'll be non-league football, of course. But your Premier League fans will probably say, oh, Boxing Day, you know what? I don't have to tell the missus that, like, I've got to watch football and my team's playing. You can have a proper go. And don't forget, mate, some people really go for it on Christmas Day. They're dancing and drinking till past midnight.
Yeah.
Imagine waking up on Sunday on Boxing Day and you're a bit hungover and you're like, all right, you know what? come to midday, I can crack back on now. You know what?
Yeah,
let's go and get some more prosecco and have our second Christmas day. Family's all back at it, getting changed and having a good dance around the house.
But Christmas is a great time of year. Everyone's happy, hopefully, right? And it's quite nice to meet up with your football friends on Boxing Day when you're at home or you're away and you've got all the Christmas hats on. Everyone's happy.
But maybe
you'll miss that.
Of course, I totally get that. I'm just thinking of sometimes when you have got a missus who is nagging you about, the football's on again. It'd be a bit like, yes, you don't have to go out. You don't have to go out with your friends now on Boxing Day. You can stay home.
Why
we can do Christmas Day. Because it's constant football, isn't it?
Yeah, but then you get rid of a Gab. You're the wrong person.
It's my job, mate.
What is your job?
To watch football.
Oh, that's what you're saying to your missus.
Yeah, it's my job. So when I'm watching
research,
the game, when I'm watching the game, I'm saying this is work.
I quote that research.
I will say to the kids as well. They'll be like, "No, it's not." I'm like, "It's work."
That's what I've got to do. It.
Watching football's work.
You watch highlights. Can't watch highlights. It's not the same.
Exactly.
What is your? Before we take calls on this, I like the tradition of it. I do feel as though, as a football fan, we're losing too many traditions. I really do. And we'll take calls on whether or not you think it's good or bad that there's virtually no football on Boxing Day. 03717 2233. But you've written out your perfect Boxing Day, right?
Yeah, I feel.
Okay, start from getting up in the morning. What
I feel now that there's not going to be any football on, I feel like I can go even heavier on Christmas Day. Have a right party.
Are you a big drinker?
Not normally, but because as a footballer, you never celebrated Christmas properly. So since being retired, especially the last couple of years, I had a good go. Okay. So I can imagine.
What is your tipple?
What do you mean?
What's your drink?
Anything, mate.
What, like?
Anything, mate.
Spicy Bacanti?
Yeah, a bit of Bacanti, a bit of wine, a bit of Prosecco, a bit of champagne. Beer? Yeah. Not really beer, mate. Yeah, apart from beer. No. But I think
Baby Sham, you like Baby Sham?
I do indeed, yeah. I do like a little dabble. But Christmas Day, maybe you have a heavy one and you're having a party with friends and family and you're dancing, you're playing games and you're drinking till 1 a.m. Boxing Day. Imagine waking up and you're like, I'm waking up at 11 a.m. I'm going to go.
Lazy, isn't it? A bit lazy?
Yeah, but a nice lie-in, why not?
Can I ask you, I know we're coming off piece here just for a moment. Just a quick question for you.
Okay.
Now, we the Goldsteins, have nothing to get up for this morning, right?
Why?
Kids are on half term.
Okay.
My wife's alarm went off at 6 a.m.
Why?
Right? And and then she turns over, turns it off like that, goes back to sleep. And I'm lying there going, well, you haven't got anything. This is what's happening in my head. You've got nothing to... Why have you done that? Why have you done that?
Why was the alarm on?
Right. So later on, when I somehow got back to sleep, woke up a bit later on, I said, your alarm went off. And so she went, yeah, I set it by mistake. Now, I expected more, I needed more of an apology. Why are you setting your alarm for 6 a.m. the night? What's all that about?
I feel that could drag on for the rest of the day with me.
That argument?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that mean every night now I've got to go, is your alarm set?
Yeah.
Do you want to check the alarm?
In a sarcastic way, though. Check your alarm.
Oh, yeah.
Check your alarm, babe.
We're not getting up at 6 a.m., are we? Go on, so what's your perfect Christmas day? What's a Boxing Day? What time are you getting up?
So it's getting up at 11, I'll say.
11?
11 a.m. Yeah,
how old are your kids?
Okay, 1 second. 17.
Take your shoes and socks off for this
1 second, I've got it written down. 17, 15.
Weird names, aren't
they? 10 and 8.
Okay, you're a 10 and 8-year-old. I mean, you can't let them... Yeah, where's Daddy? He's asleep. It's 11 o'clock.
But on Christmas Day, they're going to stay up later than normal. Right. So they're going to wake up late.
Day, you're getting up at 11.
So I reckon you'll get up at 11. You'll probably, you know what? Let's go down. Who's out and about? Okay, right, I'm going to go in the fridge. Let's go and get some champagne out the fridge.
11 a.m?
Yeah.
Love it, yeah?
I'm not normally an early drinker like that, but I feel on Boxing Day.
I hope not, Gav.
Yeah. Unless I get Braziled. But get some champagne out the fridge.
All right.
See who's up and about. Put a bit of music on, so whoever's not awake.
A bit Nat King Cole?
Yeah, but a bit maybe a Christmas playlist.
Right,
get people up.
Shaky?
Who?
Shaky.
Who's that?
Snow is falling.
Nah.
Right, go on then. Bit of music on, bit of champagne.
Get everyone up, and then have a bit of food, and then you do your Christmas day again.
What are you wearing at the moment? You in your pyjamas still?
Pyjamas all day.
Right.
And then
you got a onesie?
Maybe.
I've got a onesie.
It's none of your business, mate.
No, I've got one.
Have you?
Unbelievable.
Are we allowed?
Yeah, it's grown man. Yeah, Cundy used to walk the dog in his. I swear to God, I got a picture somewhere on my phone of him walking. It's horrific. Yeah, go on.
But I just feel that Boxing Day can be your Christmas Day ×2. So whatever you do on Christmas Day, you could repeat on Boxing Day as a change.
All right.
You not see that point of view, no?
Yeah. What game are you playing with the family?
Everything. What's that game? We done it the other day on here where you got to guess.
Oh, guess who?
Yeah. No, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You
put the name of someone famous on you,
and you got to guess who it is.
Yeah, I saw that. You had Adam Brazil.
Yeah. So that was tough. He had Jamie. He said, was he a footballer? I says, well, you played.
Has he had his picture taken with a parking post? O'Hara.
Has he tagged every company to get a freebie? Yes, he's.
Has he got a jacuzzi? Right, we'll take calls on whether or not you think it's good or bad that there's going to be virtually no football on Boxing
home
Day.
gym.
03717 223344. Easy, dial that. You could be talking about the festive period right after this Live and Drive on talkSPORT. This is Drive Talk Sport. Me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor is here, everyone, and our friends at Just Eat, the app for all your delivery needs. Still to come, we'll have some fun with the best of Talk Sport, and Fabio Wardley joins us.
Can't wait.
10 minutes time. Stick around for that. Right, we're taking your calls on the Premier League. Are we devastated we're going to miss out on Boxing Day football? Let's go to the phone lines. Connor's an Arsenal fan. He's first up. Hi, Connor. How are you?
Good evening, Connor.
Well, lads, how's it going?
Great,
well,
man.
mate.
How are you? You all right? You well today?
Not so bad, lads. Just a Mackey's car park here, mate. Thinking about get one of these new cheeseburgers they got going.
What are they called?
Is it the maple barbecue honey or something out there?
I don't know. It's something making me hungry, whatever it is. Good luck with that. Go on, what do you want to say then about Boxing Day football? You a fan of it or not?
Aye, lads, I'm absolutely devastated. I can't lie.
Why are you devastated? Because you're missing out on the football. You're going to have to spend time with family.
Well, lads, to tell you the truth, like Boxing Day, it's a bit of a tradition. Like, you know, first thing in the morning, crack open a wee beer, turkey sandwiches, turkey stuffing sandwiches, bit of gravy there. Go down to the bookies, get the yak on, slide into the pub, sit there all day. Don't have to listen to the man complain or nothing.
Can I ask how old are you? How old are you, Connor?
I am 26.
Okay, so you're not married?
No.
No, you got no kids?
Living with my mum, boy.
Okay. Sorry, is Boxing Day not every day for you?
No, not getting mugged here by Andy Goldstein.
If I was 26, I think I'd be doing that every day. Martin's a Newcastle fan. Martin, how are you?
Good evening, Martin.
Hello, guys. How are you? Great show. Great show.
Mate. Thanks. Make it better. Go on, Martin.
Yeah, well, I'll try it. But I think it's a bit of a curse and a blessing. So on Boxing Day, we get everybody round, the wife's mothers. There's about 20 of us. It's carnage. We've got all the guys, all the girls. It's cold meats. It's all the pickles. It's all of that. It's a bit of beer.
Lovely.
And then as soon as the football comes on, the blokes get a little bit of relief into the.
Can I ask a question, Martin? Martin, do you
whatever?
Martin,
yes.
do you currently live in 1987?
I do, Switheren, yes.
Okay.
Whatever it is, whatever it is they're going on, but we get to go in there, and we've been good all Christmas Day. We're doing what we should do, and then it's just a couple of hours of relief. However, that's now gone. So what do? We don't know. We're on uncharted territory for the lads out there. I don't know what we're going to do. There needs
Maybe you can go and talk about kitchens as well.
Yeah, why don't you talk to the missus?
I do that for a job. I don't want to do that. But anyway, here comes the blessing.
Okay.
However, now it's on Saturday. We've got I think it's Saturday, isn't it? So you can get a group going on WhatsApp. Get all the lads together. Let's all meet down the pub. Let's all go and put a bit of money behind the bar of our local. Watch the games together. So it could be. A bit of it could be better.
Yeah, because all you got to say, haven't you, is like when you find out the fixtures, you say, listen, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, I'm yours. You know what I mean? I'm going to be there Boxing Day. We're going to have a great Christmas, but the day afterwards, I'm out.
100%.
You won't see me.
100%. That's exactly it. All day, all night.
All day, mate.
I am interested. What is the one Boxing Day fixture? Do we know yet?
We're waiting for confirmation. I think it's Palace Spurs at 8 o'clock.
I think it's Spurs losing another game at home. I think. Yeah.
Who cares? Doesn't even count as football. But yeah, no, it's a shame because I was looking forward to Newcastle Man United on Boxing Day. That was my Christmas.
What about a local team? What about watching your local team play? Non-league team?
Brighton. Well, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
If you really want to get out of the house on Boxing Day, you had enough.
I don't know, mate. Yeah, but we're in the house. That it kind of, we're in the house. They can still see us. They can keep their eyes on us.
They can still see us.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Let me just let you go before we upset any more people. We're coming on.
They can still see us.
I think it'll be interesting whatever happens on Boxing Day. Just a reminder, by the way, of course, no Premier League football, maybe one game, but EFL football will be on Boxing Day, and talkSPORT will be across it. There'll be lots of live football. Sometimes we do get callers that literally take us back to the 80s.
I know, mate.
Yeah, the women in the kitchen, they can talk about food.
They can still see us. It's not on.
Knitting, and the men, being men.
Me and my pal Dave and Mike. You know, we just want to go around the pub.
It's unbelievable. You know, women like football as well. Everyone.
Exactly.
Right? Women like going to the pub as well.
Exactly.
My missus is in the pub more than I am. Let me just point that out. Still to come, I'm going to be joined in the studio by a British lightweight boxer, the wonderful, I haven't seen him for ages, a good pal of mine from years gone by. Mitchell Smith will be joining us. And when we come back, Fabio Wardley will be on the phone. Before that, it's time for No Googling. We want to know who's the highest ever. What a great question this is. Who's the highest ever Premier League Boxing Day goal scorer? Who scored the most goals?
Is it?
What?
Not me.
No, it's not. Who scored the most amount of goals ever on Boxing Day?
The chunk?
O'Hara?
No.
I didn't say at the most. Turkey. The answer to that. And Fabio Wardley will be joining us right after this. Love and Drive.
I like a bad sausage.
Divisive, misleading and self-serving. That's what Celtic majority shareholder Dermot Desmond has accused Brendan Rodgers of being. And Simon Jordan says those words are truer than a true thing.
Brendan had come out talking about Honda Civics and that sort of nonsense. That, you know, if I was in Dermot's shoes, I would have given him a smack, metaphorically. And here's the smack.
As he was on his way up to Glasgow, Martin O'Neill, who's taken interim charge at his old club, exclusively told talkSPORT the type of manager Celtic are looking for long term.
This is a short term until a permanent manager is appointed. That Celtic will be searching around, as I said to you, for that young manager with proven ability.
We understand O'Neill has backed Kieran McKenna, with the club considering him as a potential replacement for Rodgers. Read more on that on the website at talksport.com. Meanwhile, Chelsea's Liam Delap could return from injury tomorrow in the EFL Cup. Enzo Maresca is managing his return from his hamstring injury carefully, though.
90 minutes, no. It's, I think, 2 months now that he's out. So he needs gradually, back to 100%.
And some bold calls from Steve Borthwick in his team selection to face Australia in the Autumn Series on Saturday. George Ford is picked at fly half ahead of Finn and Marcus Smith. Tommy Freeman moves from wing to outside centre, and 6 British and Irish Lions stars start on the bench. Stay tuned into talkSPORT on your smart TV for all your latest.
This is Driver talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor, alongside. The answer to the question, I'll say it quick so we can move on and speak to our superstar guest in just a moment. Who's the highest ever Premier League Boxing Day goal scorer? Harry Kane. 10 goals in 7 games.
Right.
Right now, Fabio Wardley pulled off a huge upset against Joseph Parker over the weekend, and of course it was a fight you heard live on talkSPORT.
The hour of truth has arrived! Joseph Parker, he lands a big right hand. Oh, the shots are gone, and he's in trouble here, Wardley. Oh my days, this is unbelievable. Huge shot, and Parker again is backed up to the corner. He's in survival mode here, Joseph Parker. Wardley looking for the uppercut, and the referee has stepped in and stopped the fight. Still undefeated and new WBO interim heavyweight champion of the world, Fabio Wardley.
Yes, Fabio Wardley put himself in a position for a shot at the undisputed champion Alexander Usyk with an 11th round stoppage against Joseph Parker on Saturday. What a fight that was. Let's look back on that with the man himself. I'm honoured to say, British heavyweight. And our mate Fabio Wardley joins us live on Drive. Fabio, good evening to you.
Good evening, Fabio.
Oi, oi, good evening, boys. How we doing?
Oi, oi, look at
Legendary.
you. Look at how I've got so many questions for you. But firstly, how are you, my old mucker? How you doing? Are you all right?
I'm doing all right. I had a bit of a busy weekend. Might be a little bit tired now, but I'm doing all right. Things are going well, you know.
Can I just say, I know that everyone on Drive, everyone at talkSPORT wants a PC at the moment. I really appreciate you coming on to Drive first time out. It's very kind of you, Fabio.
Come on.
How was your? We'll talk about the fight in a minute, right? But where are we now? Tuesday afternoon. Fight was Saturday night. How has Sunday, Monday, and all of today been since then? Has it been just a little bit nuts?
Yeah, don't be wrong. It's definitely had its moments, and it's definitely been a bit like heavy in spaces, but also it's been like eerily kind of normal at the same time as well. Like it was just like, don't get me wrong, Saturday night and all of that was fantastic, and everything that's following it is obviously great as well. But it was just like drive home Sunday, get through the door, and then this like dad mode, look after the babe, stuff around the house, and he's doing like I'm back to normal stuff. So yeah, it's nothing too different.
Fabio, first of all, congratulations, mate. Watched the fight on Saturday. And from watching it, I just thought you had so much desire, heart, belief in your own ability that you're going to win the fight. And also your cardio, your chin. I mean, Usyk, can it be done?
Look, yeah, first on that, I have to thank my team as well, because the conditioning, the shape they got me in, and look how hard we as a team worked. It was an everything camp. And by that, I mean, like we put all of us, not just me, obviously doing the hard work, but we all put absolutely everything into that. But yeah, look, when it comes to Usyk, look, everyone's written me off once, twice, 10 times. How many times? This always, this is the step too far. This is the one he can't do. This is where the story stops. So, look, just give me one little shot. Give me one little chance. Let me show you what I can do.
Where are we with that fight? We spoke to Ben Davison on yesterday's show. He said he didn't know what your next fight would be. He wouldn't rule out a rematch with Joseph Parker, and he doesn't know whether or not it's going to be Alexander Usyk next. What do you think will happen next? What do you want next? Well, I know what you want next. What do you think will happen next?
I think it'll be the Usyk fight next. I don't see any reason why not. Look, him, or either his team or him said about a week before the fight in the build-up of some sort, said, look, they're keeping a close eye on the me and Parker fight, and they're happy to take on the winner. And I very much think him to be a man of his word, and I think he would follow through with that. But at the end of the day, he is the king of the division. He does rule it all. He does hold all the belts. So he is very much in charge and in control. So we are kind of at his beck and call, waiting on him in whichever way. But if he wants it, I'm here ready and waiting. If he doesn't, it will be a shame, but there'll be other great opportunities out there as well.
Has there been any contact whatsoever between the two camps?
None that I'm aware of as of yet. No, okay. Not to say there hasn't been. I haven't caught up with the team. I haven't spoken to anyone. I've just been kind of not laying low, as it were, but just chilling out, enjoying some downtime.
So listen, we of course obviously back you, not just because you're British, but we've got that affiliation with you, and the fact you're an Ipswich fan, I sort of put that to one side. But what can you do? We'll talk football in a minute. What can you do with Alexander Usyk that Fury, Dubois and AJ couldn't do?
I think I just offer something a bit different. I think I offer something unconventional, something that, look, it's hard to say someone like Alexander Usyk that I can offer something he hasn't seen. But like, there's a rhythm to boxing and a kind of a way of doing things and a to and fro and almost like a dance of kind of steps and how things should be. And then a character like me, someone who comes with such an unorthodox way from an unorthodox background, kind of throws a spanner in the works and throws it off that rhythm. And I think that's what I have a good chance of doing. Along with, look, don't get me wrong, a strong, heavy right hand as well, and a good stamina. And look, one way or another, Usyk will know he's been in the fight.
I think I can see a reflection there, Fabio. If you're looking at Usyk's bits, a bit of videos of Usyk already, looking at his best clips.
Not just yet. Look, I'm having a bit of downtime. I'm chilling out. It's not too boxing heavy for the moment, but don't get me wrong, me and the team will get on it soon.
Can I ask you about the stoppage? Because a lot of people have been talking about it. People say that maybe Josie Parker, if he wasn't stopped, maybe would have come back into it. But do you think that maybe it stopped you from a perfect finish and knockout yourself of Parker?
Yeah, look, first off, I don't want to take anything away from Joe. He's a great competitor, great man, great fighter, and one hell of a tough man as well, because, look, I was hitting him with some absolute bombs and he was still on his feet and taking shots. So all credit to him for that. But that is exactly how I feel about it. Look, there was a minute and a half left in the round. It's the 11th round of the biggest fight of my life. If anyone's confused about what they think I would have done with the rest of that minute, then they don't know me clearly, because I would have thrown everything at him and he would have got out of there. And I think it was just, not to say the writing was on the wall, but look, it was, that flow as a whole was ebbing and flowing. It was going back and forth and back and forth. But from 10, I had him hurt, rocked, got a bunch of punches off there. 11, hurt, rocked, got a bunch of punches off again. So look, it's the accumulation. I think it was only going one way.
Agreed.
I've heard you talk about the end of the fight, actually. I can't remember where it was. I'm guessing it was still at the O2 after the fight, and you were saying there were two things happening in your head. One, you were waiting for the referee to jump in and stop the fight, and two, you were hoping you didn't hear the clapper with 10 seconds to go so you could finish the job. I found that fascinating. You had those thoughts going through your head as you were trying to finish the fight off. It looked like when the fight was over and the referee jumped in, you sort of fell to your knees, then you fell on your back. Was that through exhaustion? Was that through just celebration? What was that, a mixture of both? Because I don't know how you were still on your feet. I don't know how you were throwing as many punches as you did. Was that one of the most exhausting experiences of your life in the boxing ring?
Look, it's definitely up there. I know a lot of people were taking those things with the stoppage and then me dropping to the floor, of kind of putting those side by side and saying, oh, look, I was gassing out. And that wasn't it at all. It was just elation. It was excitement. It was like, oh my God, look what I've done. I've done it. I've achieved it. I've won. Like, it was just the occasion, the moment of it all for me. But look, if if the ref hadn't stepped in, I would have still been stood right there throwing punches. Nothing would have stopped me from that moment. I said all this in the build-up that I think people underestimated me as a whole, but also underestimated how much I want this and how ambitious I am.
Fabio, as well, after the fight, you said that Josie Parker never hurt you. You were taking a few real decent shots from Josie Parker. If they didn't hurt, like you says, then every other heavyweight must be thinking, wow, I don't want to fight him.
Yeah, look, and again, I say that and I mean absolutely zero disrespect to Joe Parker, because it's not to say that he doesn't hit hard, that he's not a big puncher, that he couldn't, look, given the right circumstance, opportunity, that he couldn't knock me out, maybe. But all I was saying was that in those moments where people thought I was hurt and rocked, I wasn't. I was fine. Look, the shots were heavy and they did land, don't get me wrong, but I wasn't out on my feet. I wasn't buzzed. Nothing changed. A lot of it was mixed up feet, kind of wrong footing from me and me stumbling across and around the place, kind of falling over myself, that made it look worse than it is. But yeah, look, I think I've proven over the last couple of fights I've got a pretty solid chin. I can take a shot. Now that's never plan A, is to kind of run through punches with your head, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Let's talk about plans, actually. You mentioned plan A there. Against Hooney, you were losing the fight and you found this explosive finish. Exactly the same against Joseph Parker. You were behind and then you managed to win the fight in dramatic fashion. I'm guessing this is not a game plan. And also, B, the second part of my question is, were you aware, I'm guessing you were you aware that to win the fight you had to finish it in the manner in which you did?
I wasn't. Do you know what it is? Going into the fight, there definitely was someone like Joe, who was the heavily touted favourite, and everyone to be honest, everyone pretty much expected me to be done for within about 5-6 rounds, or at least for him to be absolutely boxing my head off, one or the other. So I knew going into this fight that I wasn't going to be favoured in the rounds. In terms of, look, some of the rounds were close. Like I said, they were ebbing and flowing back and forth. So I don't feel like I was ever going to kind of get the nod or get the pick in those. It was always going to fall to Joe because that was the expectation. But it's never the plan to just know that you're going to be behind on cards and then pick it up really late. It's a bit of a risky game, really. But it just kind of seems to be how the last two have fallen.
Fabio, you deserve for everyone to keep saying this to you. You're the second best heavyweight in the world. So talk to me about sponsorships. What adverts are we going to see you on? Surely there's so much coming. Show me the money.
I don't know. My inbox isn't filling up just yet. Maybe they're all waiting just to make sure I get the Usyk fight first. I don't know. But fingers crossed. Hopefully I've got a few coming.
Yeah. So we'll move on from boxing in just a moment. But final question. I know you've sparred with Usyk. How did that sparring go? I mean, I'm guessing you gave him as good as you got. But also, when would you like to fight next? When's the earliest? When's the prime time for you to get back in the ring? How much time do you need off after a fight like that?
Look, I don't need a crazy amount of time off. A good enough time to recover from a few bumps and bruises, things like that. Enough time to kind of let your body heal from a heavy 12, 13-week camp and then go again. But early next year, I'll be fine if that's whenever. Like I said, ultimately, it's not up to me. It's up to the big man. He's at the top of the tree. He's running the game. So, look, in this situation, I just do as I'm told. I sit ready.
Okay. Let's turn our attention to football now. I don't know if you're aware of it. I know you've been a busy boy today, that your manager, Kieran McKenna, has been linked to Celtic. Who are you going to have to beat up to make sure that doesn't happen?
Yeah, I've seen it. Don't worry. And I'll be making my way all the way up north if I have to have some words with some people, because they're not getting their hands on him, not even close.
What do you make of that? I mean, obviously it's a compliment that they want him, but we were talking earlier on about what's the bigger job, what's the bigger achievement. Is it winning the Championship, getting into the Premier League, or winning the Premiership up in Scotland? I'm guessing you're going to say that the latter, that the bigger job is to stay with Ipswich Town, right?
Yeah, look, I think most football fans would probably agree that that's the bigger prize. I think it's more competitive. There's more on the line. There's more twists and turns with it. I think with kind of the Scottish Premier, not to say a foregone conclusion in any one way, but you were kind of pretty sure how that's going to go one way or another. So yeah, I think for McKenna, I think he knows where the bigger fish is.
Your next fight, okay, you want it to be as big as possible, over either in Saudi or at Wembley Stadium and filled out in front of 90,000. If you had the choice to do it at Portman Road in front of 40,000, what one would you choose?
I don't know. I feel like I would go back. If I could go back, I think I would.
What, Usyk at Portman Road, you take over?
Do you know what? I think it would just be fun to watch Usyk wandering around Ipswich and looking around being like, what is this place? What's going on here?
Where's the 6-star hotel?
I'd like to see what he's like when he's in a Novotel for the week, see if that affects his game on the night. Who knows? Who knows?
Listen, Fabio, genuinely, I said it at the top of the show, the fact you come on our show first time out, I really appreciate that. I'll be honest with you, right? When you climbed into the ring against Joseph Parker, I wasn't sure. We talked about it in the build-up. I said, if you're going to win the fight, I said this earlier on when I spoke to Gareth A. Davis, I said, I think it will be from landing big shots. And thankfully, that proved right. I didn't think before the fight you had enough to become world champion. I'm being honest with you. After seeing you perform in that, I honestly reckon, Hand on Heart, you can go all the way now. I think you just look fantastic. You answer every question that was thrown at you. And if I was Usyk now, I'd be trying to dodge you. I wouldn't want to fight you. I thought you were great, Fabio. Honestly, I thought you were fantastic.
No, I appreciate it, Andy. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate that.
Yes. What are you doing now? You off on holiday? You having a bit of a rest, or?
No, I'm just chilling. I've got a holiday in a few weeks or so. I've got a few bits to do around the house, a few things to tidy up, just normal everyday life stuff. Nothing too crazy. I know it seems like the world's kind of opened up for me, but there's still dishes that need to be done and a baby that needs to be looked after. I think that's nothing too much.
I think that might be a private jet sort of holiday now. I think so. Yeah, mate.
I think so. Yeah. Could I one last question, Fabio? Did your other half turn up at the boxing fight? Because it was a gruesome fight to watch. Was she there?
She is. She is there. She does watch. Yeah, okay. She is there.
Is she okay? Everyone all right at your end?
She's fine. She's fine. She's used to it by now. She had to sit through Fraser 1, so she's kind of used to it by now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, if you're in London over the next couple of weeks, we'll be honoured to have you in the studio for a proper chat. But if you're not, I really, really appreciate your time here on talkSPORT and Drive.
Legend, mate.
You look great. Well done, champ.
Cheers, boys. Thanks, you. Man. Have a good one.
Top man. You too. There you go. How nice was that? The wonderful Fabio Wardley. I honestly think he could go all the way now.
But what I love about him is that even before this fight, whenever you hear him speak, he speaks so well.
Yeah.
He's respectful. And he can bloody fight as well.
Yeah.
What a top guy.
You don't use that language on the breakfast show, do you?
Sorry, mate. Wow. We dump it. Is it too late?
Kids are listening.
9, 10. I can't dump it now. Sorry. What a shame.
I know you couldn't get to 11. 11th. When we come back, the best bits of talkSPORT. Driver talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor, and our friends at Just Eat. Score a winner with your favourite match day meals delivered in the box. Still to come, we'll be getting all the team news from tonight's League Cup action across the talkSPORT network. Just quickly, Pep Guardiola has said that James Trafford will become England's #1 goalkeeper, and I quote, sooner rather than later. England's leading test wicket taker of all time, Jimmy Anderson, is now Sir Jimmy Anderson. And our biggest competition yet, pin back your luggles. We're giving you the chance to play to win up to £100,000. It's talkSPORT's biggest cash prize ever. And if you're the lucky winner, the excitement doesn't stop there. You'll also be coming to talkSPORT Towers on Thursday, the 13th of November, to play for that life-changing cash prize. Here's how to enter.
18 plus UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word cash to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission, or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by the 6th of November at 4 p.m. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion run on talkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Yeah, good luck, everyone. Good luck. 100 grand, blimey. Right, time for the best of talkSPORT and friends. We run you through some of the recent highlight moments from across talkSPORT. Let's kick things off with the Brecky Show. Jeff Stelling, Super Ali McCoist, and as usual, Jeff was having a big old moan.
The clock's going back is the most stupid idea in the history of stupid ideas.
I'm not saying it's not a stupid idea, but I'd like you to explain to me.
Because we want some daylight hours. We want daylight hours when most people are awake. And that's at the end of the day, not at 6 o'clock in the morning. You know, when most sensible people, of course, are still asleep.
I take your point.
It's rubbish, honestly.
He loves a moan up, doesn't he? How do you feel about the clock change?
I don't like it because I don't like the way it gets dark so early.
Okay. Do you know why we do it?
No, I do not.
I think it's to do with the war and farming. I think, like Jack's nodding his head, I think it's to do with that the farmers could get up earlier and...
Yeah. So it is as well, mate. Imagine one of your kids has got a football game after school.
Yeah.
And then they're getting the bus home when it's dark. That's what I don't like.
But here's the thing. There's the other side of that coin is when you get up in the morning, it's light out. And I much prefer that. Like, get up for golf. Earlier tee-off times.
Yeah, but you're being selfish, mate. I'm talking about the kids after school. You're talking about golf.
I can play golf earlier.
Right.
Super Ali McCoy will be back on the Breakfast Show at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. He'll be alongside Big Alan Brazil.
Over to the weekend breakfast, where Shabana Hearn was alongside the former Celtic striker Tony Cascarino, who described going on a road trip with none other than talkSPORT's very own Gareth A. Davis.
And Tony said, no, don't worry, my mate's here, we're driving back to Calais right now, if you remember.
Yeah.
And Tony said, I'll jump in the car with you, my mate can follow in the car. And I had the dictaphone on recording for about 3 hours, and Tony's love of cheese and wine, we got into a deep, deep conversation that I've never forgotten, to be honest.
I used to use dictaphone.
Interesting. If you could watch a documentary of any two talkSPORT presenters on a road trip together, who would they be, Andy?
It would be O'Hara and Parking Post, and it'd be called Jamie O'Hara, My Parking Post and Me.
Your hearth on Paul Jamie. Don't forget, Shaban and Tony will be back at the same time, 6 a.m. this Saturday morning.
Let's finish with a clip from last night's Sports Bar. Dean Saunders, the storyteller, was alongside Jamie O'Hara. He made a bit of a pig's ear of the midnight quiz.
Something that your kids are scared of in the night.
Monsters?
Yeah, that's the third word.
Loch Ness Monster.
Correct.
basically, Dean, you've been playing this game long enough to know that that's not how you play the game.
What? No,
You're just telling me what the word is. That's what you're explaining to me. What the word is. You're meant to do the word without saying the word. So you can't say, you know, your kids are scared of it in the night. A monster.
I never said that.
Where should we go? What's the thing you were most scared of growing up?
My dad.
Were you?
Yeah.
It's going to be a dark answer.
Strict Nigerian parent, you're scared. Have you ever got any little bad report at school?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Belt comes off?
Everything.
Quickly move on. Sports Bar returns at 10 o'clock tonight. O'Hara and Jason Cundy. And for more Cundy and more Goldstein, check out the brilliant 21 Minutes to Go podcast, wherever you get your podcast from. A new episode drops every Monday. Can I just say, on my Instagram feed, Andy Goldstein 05, I have put out today on my story that we are recording another episode tonight. And if you listen to the episodes, they always start with questions from the listener. So if you've got a question that you would want us to use on next week's podcast, go to my Instagram, Andy Goldstein 05, and answer the question, what question have you got for Jason Cundy? And of course, you can find all of our other shows on the talkSPORT app, where you can swipe between talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2 and all of our other sister stations, so you never miss a moment. A big hour coming up when we come back. We'll include in the studio, he won at the weekend, he's European champion. I'm talking about boxing. The wonderful Mitchell Smith will be with us in the studio. And Gabby Agbonlahor has got a big interview coming up.
Can't wait.
If he wants to be a gaffer. All of that and more is coming up right after this.
Jason _
okay.
Cundy 05.
Divisive, misleading and self-serving. That's what Celtic majority shareholder Dermot Desmond has accused Brendan Rodgers of being. And Simon Jordan says those words are truer than a true thing.
Brendan had come out talking about Honda Civics and that sort of nonsense, that, if I was in Dermot's shoes, I would have given him a smack, metaphorically. And here's the smack.
As he was on his way up to Glasgow, Martin O'Neill, who's taken interim charge at his old club, exclusively told talkSPORT the type of manager Celtic are looking for long term.
This is a short term until a permanent manager is appointed, and I think that Celtic will be searching around, as I said to you, for that young manager with proven ability.
We understand O'Neill has backed Kieran McKenna, with the club considering him as a potential replacement for Rodgers. Read more on that on the website at talksport.com. Meanwhile, Chelsea's Liam Delap could return from injury tomorrow in the EFL Cup. Enzo Maresca is managing his return from his hamstring injury carefully, though.
90 minutes, no. It's, I think, 2 months now that he's out. So he needs gradually, back to 100%.
Chelsea go to Wolves in the Carabao Cup, live on the talkSPORT app tomorrow. Now, what does Man United legend Steve Bruce make of the situation at his former club? He's told us he really approved of Sir Jim Ratcliffe giving Ruben Amorim his backing even when the chips were down.
Sometimes you don't get 3 weeks, never mind 3 years, and so it was quite refreshing for him to hear. They've obviously backed him of what he wants to do, because, as I said, he's made some big calls, and it looks, at the moment anyway, that things are on track a little bit, which is great to see, because we all want Man U firing again.
England's record Test wicket taker Jimmy Anderson has been knighted at Windsor Castle. The 43-year-old's been recognised for his services to cricket. Sir Jimmy received the honour from Princess Anne. And some bold calls from Steve Borthwick in his team selection to face Australia in the Autumn Series on Saturday. George Ford is picked at fly half ahead of Finn and Marcus Smith. Tommy Freeman moves from wing to outside centre. And 6 British and Irish Lions stars start on the bench. Stay tuned into talkSPORT on your smart TV for all your latest.
Welcome back to the last hour drive of talkSPORT to Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor is here, everyone.
I'm always naked at home.
Oh, where's that from? Is that from Today's Show? No. Why are you always
Not
naked?
always.
What was that from?
Not always.
Always naked at home.
No.
Do you go to bed naked?
Yeah.
Do you wake up naked?
Yeah.
It'd be weird if you didn't, right?
Yeah. Do you?
Do I? Yes, I do, yeah. I sleep
Why
even, I'll tell you what I do, even in the winter, so there's a little bit too much detail, but like now, I'll be cold, so I'll put pyjamas on, and then I'll get into bed and after 10 minutes take them off.
Take them off, yeah. Just love being naked.
Yeah, love it. Still to come, we're going to be joined in the studio by a good friend of mine, British lightweight boxer. He won the European title at the weekend. Mitchell Smith is here. I just spoke to him. Looks fantastic. Healed really quick. Looks great. Fought at the weekend. But first, the Carabao Cup is back tonight, and the talkSPORT Network, we've got you covered.
They go straight to penalties if it's level after 90 minutes. You are guaranteed drama.
And Grimsby Town have knocked Manchester United out of the League Cup.
Up steps Damsgaard, right-footed, slides it into the bottom corner. Brentford are through.
And the goal for Wycombe Wanderers. Easy street for the Premier League side. Fulham 2, Bristol City net.
Given away by McCarthy, Isak!
And Crystal Palace have beaten their South London rivals. Arsenal go on into round 4 after a victory at Val Park.
Barnsley 0, Brighton 6. And it's finished Tottenham 3, Doncaster 0 with the very last kick of the game.
Bruno Guimaraes gets above the marker and heads the ball in at the far post.
First time into round 4 since 1977.
Wrexham 2,
Reading 0.
And they've scored twice in 90 seconds to turn it around at the beginning of the second half. Chelsea will know that they've been in an epic cup tie here. Lincoln 1, Chelsea 2.
Just got to love the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, full throughout the Carabao Cup gets underway tonight, and the talkSPORT Network brings you 5 commentaries across the next 2 days. Follow us at 7 You can hear the mighty Grimsby. Good team. They're going to go all the way. They take on Brentford here on talkSPORT, with Wickham against Fulham over on talkSPORT 2. Then tomorrow the football continues. Liverpool host Crystal Palace on talkSPORT. Brighton go to Arsenal. That one on talkSPORT 2. And on the app you can hear Wolves against Chelsea. The easiest way to stay across everything, simply by downloading the talkSPORT app, so you don't miss a thing.
Who Man United got?
That's why I said the mighty Grimsby.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh, they're out, aren't they? I forgot.
Oh, nasty, Gab. Where are you in the league? England's women, they're in action at Pride Park. Later, they take on Australia in a friendly. Joe Shedden has team news. Hi, Joe.
Good evening, Andy. It's a somewhat experimental England lineup tonight, and 5 changes to the team, disappointingly beaten by Brazil in the friendly last weekend. Hannah Hampton is back in goal after an elbow injury, but the standout selection news sees England debuts for Arsenal's Taylor Hines at the back and Lucia Kendall of Aston Villa in midfield. Bronze and Beaver Jones also come back in. Keating, Carter, Greenwood, Stanway and Kelly drop out. And Manchester United's Maya Letitia finally starts an England game at centre-half, having played the last 40 minutes in that position at the Etihad against Brazil. So Serena Wiegmann has gone with Hampton in goal, Bronze, Morgan, Letitia and Hines at the back, Walsh, Kendall and Toon in midfield, Mead and Beaver Jones either side of Rousseau up front. It's Australia the opponents tonight at a sold-out Pride Park in a rerun of the 2023 World Cup semi-final. The Lionesses against Australia.
Good work, thank you for that. Now, I don't know if you're aware of this, my friends, but there has been a bit of a trend here at talkSPORT Towns over the last week or so. First, we had Sean Dyche. He went from appearing on the Sunday warm-up and doing podcasts for talkSPORT to being appointed the new Nottingham Forest manager. And then yesterday, Martin O'Neill began the day by sitting alongside Jim White in this very studio, and by the evening, he was Celtic's interim manager. So that got us thinking, surely it's time that Gabby Agbonlahor got himself another job, and a manager's job as well. Now, in a moment, we're going to do an interview. Right? I'm going to interview you, Gabby, for your first gig. But if you're a part of the Sunday League team and you need advice from Andy Goldstein, that's what we're calling it. Maybe your left back isn't performing.
Qualified coach.
What? Your qualified coach, yeah. Maybe your left back's not performing, or your striker never turns up on time, or the formation you've got isn't working.
Yeah.
Any questions you've got, if you're a part of a Sunday or Saturday League football, 03717223344. Gabby will come up with the answer. All right? So if you're a manager or assistant manager at Sunday or Saturday League football, and you've got a bit of a predicament with your team, Gabby will help you get through that problem. Yeah. 03717223344. So Gab, you've got, just explain what you've got in front of you now. This is the tactics board.
So I've got the tactics board, mate, and the formation that I loved as a player and during my coaching badges when we took sessions. It's a 4-4-2, but one of your strikers always has to drop into number 10 position.
Oh, you're going straight into this. I was just asking what's in front of us.
Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry.
That's okay.
So I'm a bit nervous.
I know you are. Don't be nervous. Okay. I've interviewed loads of managers before. Right? Sorry. Can I just point out that all jokes aside, you do have your badges. I do, mate. And factually, if the phone rang tomorrow and it was Aston Villa, and they said, look, we've got rid of Unai, can you step? You can actually become a manager of a club at any level.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to interview you.
Thank you. Come on.
Hi, Gabby. Come in. Sit down. Oh, you already have. You want a biscuit? Oh, no, you've had it.
Any coffee or what?
Blimey,
tight this club, isn't it?
Thanks for coming. Nice to see you. Firstly, Gabby, what's your philosophy as a manager?
So, what I would expect of my players would be high intensity. I want my teams to work harder than the opposition, because now we're lucky with football, the amount of subs you're allowed to use in your game. If my players are tired, I will bring them off and bring other players on.
Okay, that's it?
It's good.
The whole philosophy, that's it?
Also,
there's more.
I'll demand, with the help of you, my owner, Mr. Andy Goldstein, that you allow...
Sorry, in this scenario, I'm a sir.
Oh, sorry, sir.
That's okay.
That you allow me to bring in the players that I need to play the way I want to play.
Let me ask you this, Gab. That's not necessarily how we do things at Goldstein FC. We do have a director of football, and his job will be to bring players in, and you'll have to get the best out of them. Is that a problem?
That can be a problem because the way...
There you go, I've got Jason Cundy waiting outside. Go and get Cundy for me.
Let me finish, please. Because the way I want to play, I want my right back and my left back to be quick. I want my wingers to be quick. But as a player, you remember me, don't you, Sir Goldstein?
I'll be honest, we had Jurgen Klopp last. I can't remember what even he doesn't remember. I've seen videos of it. Yeah,
I need quick fullbacks and quick wingers because
here's my problem. Okay, can I call you Gabby?
Gabriel would be better.
Okay,
please.
A bit obtuse, isn't he? Going for a job in
Gabriel, please.
Okay, Gabriel.
Yeah.
We're obviously a fourth tier team, so we don't have that much money here. So this is work in progress from our perspective. We haven't got that much money to.
I thought this was Wolves.
We might be a fourth tier team if things carry on going the way they are. So you might have to just make do with what you got. Is that a problem?
Listen, it depends what you expect of me. I can keep us in the league.
I expect you to win.
Yeah, but win what?
Games.
I could probably win a few, but I think with the I mean, look at the right back, mate. You can't run.
Well, let me give you some scenarios.
Okay.
I just want to hear as a manager how you handled. So scenario number 1, your top goal scorer has turned up late for training 3 times this week. But he is an unbelievable player. But he's always late. How are you dealing with him? I'll be him.
Okay then. Well, what I want to say to you now. Come sit down.
I gather.
Yeah, come and sit down.
Hi, mate. Yeah, so I'm a bit
Come
late.
and sit down.
Yeah, so I'm a bit late. There was a goose on the M25.
Yeah. Ugh, what's that Gucci you got on there? Honestly, don't wear that tomorrow. Wear the night tracksuit. Okay.
Okay, sorry. So which Gucci one? Left or right watch?
No. I'm on about the Gucci tracksuit.
Oh yeah,
rascal one you got on there.
Yeah, sorry, Gaffer.
So you know my rules. There's nothing worse than being late for me.
Mm-hmm.
And you know the rules are every time you're late, I'm going to fine you a week's wages. You know the rules.
Yeah.
I showed you all players the rules.
Yeah.
You've been late 3 times this week.
That makes me unhappy, Gaffer. I mean, I'm scoring goals for you at the moment.
I don't care, mate.
Oh.
I don't care, mate. I've got a young striker in the academy who everyone's telling me to bring up to the first team and start.
Gaffer,
and if you... Go on.
Do you know what? You can stick your job. I'm going to put in a transfer request.
Go on then.
Oh, right. I'm going.
Go on and get out.
So you've just lost your star man.
No problem. You have to have rules. I'm not going to get bullied by a player who thinks they can come in late because they're scoring goals.
Just out of curiosity, why are you taking all the fines in brown envelopes? What are you doing with that?
Well,
is that not going to the club?
I need a share,
right?
Because the club, Sir Mr. Goldstein, does not pay me very well.
Oh, that sounds like Goldstein.
50% of the fine money will go to me, and then 50% will go to the rest of the staff around the training ground. Okay. That's fair.
Another scenario: your captain wants a new contract on double the wages he's already on. Otherwise, he's threatened to leave the club. He's 34, though. So I'll play the role of him.
Okay.
All right, Gaffer, you want to see me?
Yes,
So I'm after a new deal.
Yeah,
double your money.
But do you think your 2 goals in 100 appearances is worth that new contract?
Well, I'm a holder, so I'm not meant to score goals.
Well, you do, yeah, but you're up for every corner, mate.
And I'm a goalkeeper. I don't think you've hired me to score goals, have you?
But to be honest,
out, really.
To be honest,
34, I'm young for a goalie.
Yeah, but my owner, you know, he's close with Simon Jordan, who you know was an owner of Crystal Palace, and
what, the fellow on talkSPORT dyes his hair with lemon juice.
Yeah,
I like it.
You know, the one who faked tan.
Yeah, I know. I like it. It's a good show.
So he doesn't believe in double your money contracts. He believes that you, bit by bit, you might get a new contract, but you might get maybe 10% more. You've got to earn it bit by bit. Double the money.
I need £200 a week.
I can't do that, mate.
You can't give me £200 a week?
I can't.
I'm off.
Go on then. Take that.
Just see your goal score leave as well.
Go on.
It's depleted, this team.
Yeah. Get on the same bus.
Last one, right? Your team is on a 4-game losing run. The fans are screaming, you're getting sacked in the morning from the stands. How are you going to address this in your post-match interview? So let's pretend you're in the interview.
Yes.
Gabby Agbonlahor, Andy Goldstein, talkSPORT. A lot of fans singing you're going to get sacked in the morning. What's your view on that? What do you say to the fans? You got beat 9-1 today. You got no goalkeeper. You got rid of him. Your goal scorer's gone.
To be honest, Dubai's looking very nice this time of year, so they can sack me if they want, because this club's going nowhere. I'm sick of it. I'll get a better offer abroad. I've got interest in Saudi, so stuff your job, Goldstein. I've had enough of you as well, and hopefully no managers want to work under you ever again. How about that?
Okay, when can you start? Okay, I like it, yeah.
Thank you.
Right, okay. Listen,
I'll apply for the Wolves job.
All right, but you genuinely could be a manager. You've got all the badges.
But
I love this little ball, by the way.
But you see the board here, mate. Sometimes you can complicate it.
What's he do, by the way?
Say again.
What's he doing there?
Number 12.
Your formation is...
number 12. Honestly, mate. He's a pain in the arse. He wants to come on all the time.
Pain in the what?
Yeah, you heard me.
Pain in the what? Sorry, hold on. Your formation
4-4-1-1-1. No, he's just
Hold on.
trying to get on the pitch, mate.
What's the? You got?
He's a nightmare.
You got 12 magnets,
mate. He's on pay as you play. That's why.
Why have you got 12 on that side?
He's a sub.
Oh, is he?
Yes, he's a sub.
Why would you have a magnet for a sub?
What do you mean?
Why have you got a magnet for? This is about formations. Why have you got sub magnets?
But look at the formation though. Do you like it? Look how compact you are. And this sort of formation,
Leicester, isn't it? It's very
I've
Leicester.
learned off Aston Villa, club close to my heart. You've got Onana and Kamara sitting there, similar. You've got John McGinn off that left-hand side. Okay, you like that? No? Morgan Rogers behind Watkins, no?
Yeah. Okay.
Not a fan of that?
It's all right, yeah. If you're Aston Villa.
Thanks, mate.
If you've got a question for Gabby, if you are a manager of a Saturday or Sunday league
here to
team,
help.
and you would like Gabby to answer any dilemmas you have about formations or why you're not scoring or any advice you can give to your striker on a Saturday or Sunday morning, phone up now. I'm looking at my switchboard. A few of you want to ask Gabby a question, so if you phone up now, you will be next. 03717 223344. Ask Gabby coming up live and drive and talkSPORT after this. Java talkSPORT, me Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor is here, and our friends at Just Eat get delicious meals and everyday essentials from the delivery experts. Still to come, we'll be joined in the studio by British lightweight boxer, European champion Mitchell Smith. Can't wait for that. Just quickly, Pep Guardiola has said that James Trafford will become England's #1 goalkeeper sooner or later. England's leading test wicket taker of all time, Jimmy Anderson, is now Sir Jimmy Anderson. Right, time now for this.
Couldn't believe he got a yellow card for that. The game's gone.
Honestly, I've seen my Sunday League team defend better than our back line. Welcome to Moaning fans on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Yeah, it's time now to hear from Aaron Nolan, from our friends at Paddy Power, who's got something he wants to get off his chest this week in our Moaning fans feature. Now, Aaron's reputation of being a bit of a moaner is well established. Let's find out what he's moaning about this week.
Virgil van Dijk is not world class at the basics. Listen, I know everyone loves Virgil van Dijk. The composure, the aura, the perfect hair, even at full time. But that's my problem. He's not willing to do the ugly work, the dirty stuff that every centre-half from Sunday League to the Premier League happily does. Like, will Van Dijk throw himself in front of a shot? No. Will he stick it in row Z when it's warranted? No. Will he commit to a tackle when he could get it wrong? Absolutely not. He thinks he's too graceful, too cerebral for simple defending.
No, a bit of moan up there. Well, Gabby and I are going to see if we can out-moan the moaner with our very own complaints of the week. We've got 30 seconds each to vent. Before we do that, just your view on what his moan was about, Virgil van Dijk?
I think it's a very harsh, because I think Van Dijk does get the job done.
He's one of the Premier League's greatest centre-halves, right?
Yeah. Not been at his best this season, but top three.
I think it's tough for any player, in a situation, in this case, in defence, where if you want to count the goalkeepers as a back five, and two of those effectively, I know Robertson's just got back into the team, but both new fullbacks came in.
And keeper. Alisson's
Alisson's gone as well, yeah. So it's tough for any player, right, when a lot of his surroundings have changed.
He will come good again.
Okay. So you and I, we've got 30 seconds each to vent our anger. That's something that we want to moan about. Do you want to go first or second? Joe, producer Joe's going to tell us who won. Do you want to go
first? I'll go first.
Okay, you've 30 seconds to moan about something. I don't know what it is. Starts now.
So I'm sick of, especially Premier League players, hugging each other after games. You will see big derby games, Liverpool, Manchester United, Everton, Liverpool. You'll see big games and they're hugging each other. What happened to where players didn't like each other after games? They've been split up. I watched the El Clasico. You had police on the pitch holding the players away from each other. That's proper football, proper rivalry. Now, all the players, big rivals, after the game, swapping shirts. Absolute joke. Football's got to go back to the good old days. Is that fair?
Stop now. You've had the little fanfare go off.
Sorry.
So I've got 30 seconds to beat that. Producer Joe would tell us at the end of it.
But also, go on.
My 30 seconds, Rich, and I hope he has a lovely evening. By the way, Joe, if you want to go to the pub Thursday, I'll buy you.
Like you moan?
No, I was just saying to Joe. Oh, we started a bit. My mistake. My moan's going to be about people saying, "Oh, the game's been reinvented." The long throw. Like, the long throw was always there. People going, we're going old school now, back to the old days. I just don't understand why people didn't use the long throw before. And it's like, oh, you can't use the long game anymore. Like, Arnie Stott going, oh, yeah, if they're going to play long football, we can't defend against it. What are you talking about?
Find a way.
Oh, you're moaning with me. I like it.
Sorry.
Well done. Thanks for joining in there. So producer Joe is going to describe or to tell me who the winner is. By the way, before you do that, me again. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Thanks for that, Joe. Good work. Never mind. Commiserations. There you go. That's Paddy Power's Moaning fans for today. 18+. Gamblerware.org.
Moaning fans on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Should we go to the phone lines? I think we've got time for one or two quickies. This is on the back of Gabby. Could be a Premier League manager or manager at any level. So we've asked you lot out there in real life football world, if you're a manager of a Saturday or Sunday league team, to phone up with any question you've got. Maybe Gabby has the answer. Let's go to Harry, Liverpool fan. Hi, Harry.
Hello, Harry.
Hi, Gabby. Hi, Goldstein. How's it going?
Mate,
good, mate. So just tell us your position and what club.
So I'm the manager of Sandbay FC. We're a newly formed club this year, and we've picked up a fair few players from some higher leagues and stuff. So the current division we're playing in, we're like dead bottom of the English football pyramid table. So we're coming up against some teams with some younger kids in there and stuff like that, and they're not quite the same level as us. So we're winning most weeks. Now, my question is, we've got some big games coming up in the cup games against some higher division sides. What's the best way for me to get the lads prepared for those higher game those higher level games, whilst week in, week out we're playing in this division where we're kind of a bit too good for.
I think you've got to look at different formations. I mean, I've got my tactic board here. I think when you're playing against those sort of when you're playing against those sort of teams, maybe switch to a back five, frustrate, get you free in midfield. Then you have your 2 strikers that you bring back and frustrate. Because I've been in games where you played against teams where you can't break them down. It's taking you 50, 60 minutes to finally get a shot on target. So I'd make it compact, get that 5 at the back with 3 in midfield and play on the counter-attack.
Is that a good answer? Have you tried that before, Harry?
Well, we haven't quite come up against in a competitive way teams of this level, so we haven't actually been able to try it out yet. You know, we've set up in certain ways, but it's also like how do you think's best to get them mentally prepared for it as well? Because it's a different. You know, you probably played teams in in a lower capability than what you've played before. You know, in your playing history. So you know, maybe from experience from that.
What's the one thing?
Yeah, but I think even if you're playing teams that are better than you, it has to be. Look how many FA Cup upsets there's been. Look at Grimsby beating Manchester United, Andy. You've got to think to yourself, you know what? End of the day, it's 11v11. Frustrate. Don't respect them as much as maybe you would in other games. You know what I mean? Be physical. Throw more tackles in.
Is that all right? Harry, when's the game?
Well, it's not for a couple of weeks yet.
Okay.
Until the end of November.
Will you do me a favour, Harry? After you've played it, will you phone back? Let us know you got on.
Yeah,
I'll definitely try and go for a 5, mate.
5 at the back.
Frustrate.
5 at the back's the answer. Good luck with that. Still to come, I'm going to be joined in the studio by British lightweight boxer, the wonderful Mitchell Smith, in a matter of moments. First, it's time for no Googling. We want to know which 2 players share the record for winning the League Cup the most times. Good question. Which 2 players have won the League Cup the most times? I'll give you a clue. They were both at the same club. I mean, that probably gives you the answer. And the answer to that, and Mitchell Smith in the studio right after this.
Divisive, misleading and self-serving. That's what Celtic majority shareholder Dermot Desmond has accused Brendan Rodgers of being. And Simon Jordan says those words are truer than a true thing.
Brendan had come out talking about Honda Civics and that sort of nonsense. That, you know, if I was in Dermot's shoes, I would have given him a smack, metaphorically. And here's the smack.
As he was on his way up to Glasgow, Martin O'Neill, who's taken interim charge at his old club, exclusively told talkSPORT the type of manager Celtic are looking for long term.
This is a short term until a permanent manager is appointed. That Celtic will be searching around, as I said to you, for that young manager with proven ability.
We understand O'Neill has backed Kieran McKenna, with the club considering him as a potential replacement for Rodgers. Read more on that on the website at talksport.com. Meanwhile, Chelsea's Liam Delap could return from injury tomorrow in the EFL Cup. Enzo Maresca is managing his return from his hamstring injury carefully, though.
90 minutes, no. It's, I think, 2 months now that he's out. So he needs gradually, back to 100%.
And some bold calls from Steve Borthwick in his team selection to face Australia in the Autumn Series on Saturday. George Ford is picked at fly half ahead of Finn and Marcus Smith. Tommy Freeman moves from wing to outside centre, and 6 British and Irish Lions stars start on the bench. Stay tuned into talkSPORT on your smart TV for all your latest.
talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor alongside me. Just quickly before the break, I asked the question, which 2 players share the record for winning the League Cup the most amount of times? The answer is Sergio Aguero and Fernandinho, 6 League Cups each. In a moment, we'll say hello to my old pal Mitchell Smith. He's in the studio, won the European title at the weekend. What a story he's got. But just quickly, Friday night at 7, Adrian Durham hosts live commentary of Grimsby against Brentford. That's in the Carabao Cup. Team news for that is in. Jim Proudfoot can tell us more. Hi, Jim.
Andy, good evening to you. Well, Keith Andrews made 9 and 10 changes, respectively, for Brentford's League Cup ties against Premier League opposition. So no surprise he shuffled the pack extensively tonight. 9 changes to the Brentford team that beat Liverpool in that thriller live on talkSPORT on Saturday night. Vandenberg and Ouattara are the players who keep their place. 8 of the 9 on the bench of the weekend come in. There's a full debut for Reece Nelson and just a second start for Benji Arthur. Grimsby had an inauspicious warm-up at the weekend, beaten at Crewe. They've made 3 changes to that team tonight. Jamie Walker, who scored twice in that game, is left out. So are Warren and Amaluzor, with Lavelle, Corey and Burns coming in. So Grimsby have Pym in goal, Rogers, Lavelle, McJanet and Sweeney, McEachran, the brother of Josh McEachran, the former Brentford player, Burns, Green, Corey and Vernon, and Cabia up front. And for Brentford, Valdimerson in goal, Arthur Pinnock, Vandenberg and Henry, Onyeka and Jensen, Nelson Carvalho and Lewis Potter, with Ouattara leading the line. Dean Ashton alongside me for Grimsby Brentford, and the build-up starts at 7 ahead of a 7:45 kickoff here on talkSPORT.
Thanks, Jim. A reminder, the boys on the Sports Bar, we take your calls from 10. Now, it's been a busy old day of boxing guests here on Drive. Earlier on, we spoke to Joshua Buatsi. Fabio Wardley joined us as well on today's show. But we are delighted now to be joined in the studio by the new European lightweight champion and an old pal of mine, Mitchell Smith, joins us. Hello, Mitchell Smith.
Good evening, Mitch.
How are we, gents?
We are very well. How are you? Are you good? Are you well?
I'm a little bit sore, but very proud. Still on cloud 9. excited about where the future's about to go.
Your story's incredible, and we'll get to your story in just a moment, but let's talk about that win at the weekend, because you got the call up with such late notice. How long was it before the actual fight did you know you were fighting?
So I got a call 8 days notice. I hadn't boxed a 10-round fight in 10 years. So it was 10 years ago that I lost my WBO Intercontinental Super Featherweight title.
Yeah.
So much has happened in between them 10 years. Got the call on 8 days notice. Massive opportunity for me. Thankful for my manager to be able to find such a big fight. Didn't think it would be as big as this. And here I am holding something that gives me a top 15 ranking in the world.
What sort of nick were you in going into that fight? If someone phones you with 8, 9, 10 days, even a month, I mean, you've got to be fairly sharp to begin with, right?
I mean, I'm a fighting man. I will fight anyone. Born and raised that way. Just here, probably. But I knew I was 6-round fit. We'd been sparring 6 rounds, breathing slightly heavy after the 6 rounds. So I knew I'd have had to find a few in there. But for some reason, just rolled back the years the other day. It just felt like I'd not been away from the ring. I really enjoyed myself. I started to get a flow with my work, and comfortable win under my belt. Really ballsy for Arnie Dawson and his team to take a fight like that, because I was struggling to find any type of 50-50 fights just to get myself into a position like this. But yeah, took the opportunity with both hands and performed out of my skin.
You talk about opportunity to have the fight, but now, after such a fantastic win, surely it opens up bigger opportunities now for you to go and fight. Is there anyone you got your eye on that you're looking that you'd love to go and fight next?
It's a valid point. I've now got a little bit of bragging rights. You know, I've got a strap around my waist. I've got a top 15 ranking in the world. I'm pretty sure that puts me top 15 ranking with the WBO. So I could either defend the lightweight WBO European title, or potentially look at some other options. There's always a fight out there that I would always want. It goes back many years, and that's Josh Warrington. You guys would know him. You guys would know him well. We had a little bit of needle many years ago, and I don't think he actually currently holds anything. I hold a bit of clout, so that's one that I wouldn't mind. And then you also never know about the loser between the two lads that are fighting for the actual WBO world title in Sam Noakes and Mason. That's happening on Riyadh card, November 22nd, I believe. So there could be a fight there. There's a few options.
Who are you with, Mitch, at the moment?
In terms of
promotions,
I'm not actually signed to anyone, but me and Uncle Frank. Firstly, I was very grateful to obviously be on a Queensbury show, and boxing on O2, where I've never boxed before. So it was kind of another venue that I'd kind of ticked off my bucket list. We had a chat after the fight, and fingers crossed that he'll be able to do something with me.
Let's talk about you, shall we?
Sure.
Our paths first crossed, I think, about 12 years ago. I used to go to your boxing gym with a good friend of mine. I used to just train just to stay fit.
Yeah.
And you were there in the background boxing. And I think the guy that was training me was looking after you at the time as well.
Right.
And everyone was saying you were going to be the next big thing. I think what was the Ring magazine voted you star of the future?
It was a young writer, boxing writers of the year.
Okay.
Nominated me as the young prospect of the year.
Okay, and other people on that roll of honour were
Nassim Hamid, Nigel Benn, Amir Khans. There was a lot. Ricky Hatton, rest in peace.
So lots of
massive names.
And you don't win that unless people think you're going to be the next big thing, right?
Yeah.
And then you went through a period between, I think, 2017 and 2022, about a 5-year period, where things just got out of control in your world. You fight at about 9 stone, right? You went to about 17 stone?
Just under 18 stone I was.
You got involved in booze and drugs? You went to prison?
Unfortunately, my career just took a downhill spiral. I missed the highs of the ring entrances, the fights, just the highs, and I just found it in drink and drugs, and it just spiraled massively out of control, as well as my temper. I went away to prison a couple of times. I lost contact with my kids, where I had to only see them in a contact centre, where I was so much of a liability. I had a motorbike crash, needed a plate and about 4 or 5 pins in my ankle. a lot went on, as well as obviously going up to 18 stone and having to claw all that back. But I suppose in a weird way, and I kind of say this to a few people, but I was kind of deluded a little bit. But if it weren't for being deluded, I would never have got myself back to where I am now. And I think to become something good or great, or push yourself on to that, I think you need to be a little bit deluded, and you need to have that self-belief. And it never left me. Although I was as fat as a pig, it never left me. I was always like, I'm going to come back. I'm going to prove these people wrong. And it was getting further and further away from me. But I always had in the back of my mind, I'd get back to where I could be. And the other day I sort of ticked off something that was more than I probably ever thought I was going to achieve. So
you explained there like you was in a bad way, obviously, going to prison, the drugs, the drink. Who was there to help you, though, to get to where you are today, to get you out of that sort of rut? Was it a coach? Was it a family member? Was it a friend?
Initially, no one. I've done it on my own. Yeah. Initially, no one.
Was there a defining moment? You woke up one day and you thought, what's happening? Or did it just gradually happen over time?
Just bad decisions. I was getting sick of being arrested all the time, and like people looking down at me thinking, you used to have something at your feet and now you've let yourself go to this extent. And I'm going to point one of the obvious ones, but Anthony Fitzgerald, a fella from up north, he sort of let himself go a little bit, and then people trying to give him a bit of help, trying to get himself back. And I had no one initially. And then I met my boxing coach, Aaron Woodcock. And without that man, I wouldn't have been able to make a comeback. I wouldn't have been able to make a comeback with any other coach in the country. You could have put me in with the best coaches in the world. I wouldn't have been able to do it. And the reason why is because I thoroughly enjoyed being around his company. He's like a big brother to me. I looked at him and I thought, I want to be more like you. I want to be more like you. I want to be a nice human being. And over the 3.5, 4 years that I've known Aaron, I mean, he had a full set of hair when I met him, and now he's bald. So you can imagine how much stress I've put him under. But without meeting him, we've clicked like peas and carrots, as Forrest Gump would say. But like we enjoy spending time together, having a bit of banter in the gym, working hard. And I think that win at the weekend meant so much more to him than it probably did to me.
You're 32 now, right?
Yeah, turning 33 now.
Do you think, so all this happened, we're going back maybe 10 years, so you're in early 20s.
Yes.
Do you think one of the reasons why you spiraled out of control was because you got way too much too young? Or not, maybe not, I don't know. But
No, without a doubt. Way too much too young, too much time on my hands. I got an addictive personality, but you don't notice that until you get older. It's only time that I've learned about myself, and I'll admit it now. I'm still learning about myself every day, about making the right decisions, making the right steps to move forward in life, and not staying in the same position. Sometimes we can have a day where we might not feel like we're making progress, but the not going backwards is making progress. And I'm learning to deal with stuff on a day-to-day basis. I'm learning to deal with myself. I had far too much too young and not enough sensible people around me, a lot of leeches.
100%.
And just found myself in a really, really bad way.
Can I ask, right, and I don't know what the answer to this is, but when I spoke to you last week, you said, I'll never forget what you said to me, right? Now, I explained to you, and people listening to the show know I've got the worst memory in the world. I'll get to the top of the stairs, and then I go, oh, what am I up here for, right? So I apologise, but when you said, I'll never forget, I can't remember what I do from one day to the next. Was it a good thing or a bad thing I said to you?
No, it was a good thing.
Okay.
Firstly, you had me down for going on to win a world title, which unfortunately I let you down. So sorry about that.
Not yet.
Not yet. There's still time. Still time.
Yeah.
But you just always had time for me in the gym, and I looked up to you, obviously being who you were, and I was only a young lad at the time, and it just meant a lot, man. And even just to be here today is a massive privilege to me, to know where I've been in the dark places. And I mean, I don't want to go into too much detail, but when you're sat on your own for days on end, not having no sleep and just being out of your absolute head, and then I'm now here in a studio talking about how far I've come. That's really, really.
Of course.
I feel so proud and privileged.
I was going to say that to you because after the win, even if you didn't win on the weekend, how proud were you after of like, you were born to fight. Of course you were born to fight.
Yeah.
You went through a bad time, but you come out the other end now.
Yeah.
And the future's so bright for you.
Yeah, I mean, knowing what I'm like, I feel like it probably still would have hurt. Although I feel like I would have won in life, because to get myself to where I am now, I still, as a born winner, wanting to be a winner, it would have still hurt. I knew I achieved the moment I stepped on the scales, made 135 and was fighting for a WBO European title. I knew I'd won in life to be where I was. But to come out the other end of the fight in the fashion that I did, I had a flu the week before as well. So when I got announced the fight on the 8 days, when it was 6 days, I caught a flu, had 2 days out of the gym, and then I got shingles, which is what this is on my forehead, which obviously you guys would obviously know about, to do with the nervous system basically just being shot to bits. Just to come out the other end in such fashion, I believe that I performed out of my absolute skin. I rolled back the years the other night and really enjoyed myself. And there was times in the fight that I can remember thinking to myself, you're actually enjoying this. And like I said, I weren't 10-round fit. I was only 6-round fit. And I had a hard six round. And I remember getting to 7, 8, 9, 10. And I was thinking, you're enjoying this. And the more I was enjoying it, the more I was getting closer to the last round. I was thinking, and the new. That's what's going to be said. You know, it's coming home.
But sadly, I've got to let you go, Mitch,
No,
right? It's been the quickest 15 minutes we've ever had on the show. But the kind words you said about you being in here, okay, let me just point out, the only reason you're in here is not because we're pals, it's because you've earned it.
Yes. Thank you very much.
If you wouldn't have earned it, you wouldn't be in here. So
Thank you very
You're the
much.
reason you're here today. Nothing to do with me or Gab or talkSPORT, nothing to do with that.
Thank you very much.
You're here because you earned it.
Before I leave, I just want to say a couple of thank yous. One, to my manager, Simon Legg. 2, Uncle Frank, for having me on the show. 3rd, Aaron Woodcock, and to all my sponsors, Coil Rail, One Financial, Omnia Outsourcing, the company I work with, Luton Metal Recycling, and Omnia Outsourcing. Thank you very much, guys, for having me.
I will beat your next fight.
Amazing story, mate.
I'll beat your next
much.
fight. What an honour to have you in the studio, and great to see you. Look fantastic, Mitch.
Thank you.
Wonderful, Mitchell Smith. When we come back, we will have team news for you, unless we've got it now. We've got it now. Over on talkSPORT 2 this evening, you can hear Wickham against Fulham. It's in the League Cup, of course. Ian Dante's your commentator, and he's got all the team news for us now. Dance, good evening.
Evening to you, boys. Well, the changes are 2 in for Wickham, who beat Huddersfield convincingly here 3-0 on Saturday afternoon. Andres Hegelskier and Jamie Mullins in for Alex Lowry and Daniel Harvey, otherwise unchanged. That means Corley Woodrow plays up front against the club he once represented in Fulham, who make a number of changes from the weekend defeat at Newcastle United. The players returning are Lecomte, who's been the cup goalkeeper for Fulham this season, in for Leno. Cuenca and Castagna at fullbacks. Reed, Kearney, King and Kevin in midfield. And Raul Jimenez is up top as well for Fulham as they take on Wickham. Wickham beat Fulham on their way to the semi-finals of this competition back in 2007. Can that happen again tonight? You'll find out on talkSPORT 2 from 7:30. Wickham Wanderers against Fulham.
Java talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor, and our friends at Just Eat. From last minute winner dinners to tackling the weekly shop. Save time with groceries delivered straight to the door. From us at 7, Adrian Dome hosts a live commentary of Grimsby against Brentford in the Carabao Cup. A busy night of football. Boys on the Sports Bar. We take your calls from 10. This is apparently Billy's karaoke song. Is that right, Bill?
Apparently so, yeah. I did request this just now.
Did you? How has your day been, Bill?
Really good.
What's been happening in Friends? You watch Friends in the office every day? People in the show. What happened today? What one do you watch?
Just Ross has just said the wrong name at the.
Oh, you're up to there, are you?
Yeah, big one.
I don't know. How have you got time to watch Friends in the office every day?
Episode a day.
Episode a day. Is that,
why not?
Looks like about 10 to me.
Yeah. What did you do?
What we did? I didn't do anything. What we did today for the
on Gabby's tactics book. We were discussing Boxing Day earlier.
Yes, we were.
And we had 3 boxers on.
Yes.
Actually, that last bit isn't relevant. It's about.
Sorry, are you playing the whole album, Jack? There you go.
It's about Christmas today.
Right, okay.
57 days to go till Christmas, I think.
Right. Oh.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Does?
No, yeah, it's about right.
November.
Surely you haven't just made that number.
Look, it's 50 something.
Oh, okay. 50 something, brilliant.
Andy, do you want to go first, or do you want to let Gabby go?
No, forget that. It's my show.
First.
How many miles of wrapping paper are used every year in the UK?
That's an unbelievable question. Have I got?
Yeah. 200 miles, 27,000 miles, 227.
The biggest one.
Yeah.
227,000.
I forgot.
What's the number, Bill?
227,000.
227,000. Billy, you're meant to be well educated.
I forgot how to say the number for a sec there.
Am I right?
Yeah.
227,000.
Yeah.
Okay. How you doing?
Gabby, how tall Santa? 5'7", 6'2", or 8'1"?
That's a great question.
Oh. 6'2", I'm going to go.
Yeah, I would have gone about 6'2".
5'7".
Really?
Quite short.
Yeah.
Same height as Sam Matterface?
Yeah.
Wow.
Bit taller.
Hold on. That's Sam Matterface in heels.
Yeah.
Timberlands.
In big Timberlands.
Andy, what percentage of relationships begin at office Christmas parties?
Oh, God.
When you say relationships, what does that mean? What, they go on to get married, or they just have a one-night stand, or what?
Bit more than a one-night stand. Don't have to get married. There you go.
Okay.
3%, 7%, or 10%?
10. High.
7%.
Is that what it is? Okay. You got one last question for my guest?
Yes, Gabby, name 5 reindeers.
Good luck with that.
Rudolph.
Yeah.
Yeah,
forget it. We'll be back.
Any chance,
You've
mate?
got
I'm
no
like,
chance.
Honestly.
Go on, just guess the name of one. Happy, Sleepy.
Donna, Blitzen.
Yeah.
Cupid, Comet.
Yeah.
Bam, that's 5.
Well done.
Well done, Joe.
Well done, Joe. How do you know that, Joe? Good work. Me and Gab. Well done, Gab.
The gangways with a full 14-inch pizza.
Thanks. Billy, get out.
Yep.
Gab, you're back with me tomorrow at 4 o'clock for more fun.
Looking for... Oh.
You like that?
Who is this?
UB40. It's about you next October. UB 40 next October.
Watch you.
Have a wonderful evening. Stay with talkSPORT. There's loads of Carabao Cup football coming your way. And, of course, the boys on the Sports Bar from 10 will be taking your calls. See you tomorrow at 4. Thanks for listening. Be safe, everyone. Be safe.